with as we go along. Trust me.
Sounds good, brother.
It's logging in now. It's preparing our stream.
Paying attention.
Okay, cool.
I also got to make sure my sister is getting home safe. So,
Pat, you saw that what we're getting first tonight, or you haven't been on anything today, or?
Yeah, I did see that. I gotta say, I don't think it makes a lot of sense.
Hey guys, hi. It's the Four Guys Roundtable show. We are live on YouTube as of 3 seconds ago.
Vinnie Mac.
So
All right,
welcome
Sasha's hair
to
looks
our
okay in person.
watch party, and we're gonna have a blast tonight because I'm gonna eat a lot of food. That's what's gonna happen.
WrestleMania tradition. Time to eat some food.
I like AJ's new shirt.
I eat tons of food.
Well, I came prepared
what's
because
this? We
I
have
got
everyone out on the stage.
Yes, Vinnie Mac.
I got my peanut butter M&Ms, bitch.
I got M&Ms too.
All right, now I feel like it's official.
Ooh.
Got the hat on.
I like AJ's new shirt. I like that.
I do too.
Might have to buy something tonight while we're watching.
Well, I'm like way
God,
behind. You guys.
did he get a facelift? Because his face looks fucked up.
I'm like way behind you guys.
All right.
Well, he's
That's what happens when you're the tortoise.
He's fucking 75 now. You know.
They're showing the then, now, and forever on for me.
Well, I'm still seeing Vince talking everybody out on the stage
Yes,
here.
you're definitely behind us, Pat.
Well, I don't know what to do about that because I don't see any way to advance or go back or anything.
No, we'd all have to pause.
Look at Roman Reigns in his tidy little pinstripe suit.
I'm gonna pause right after I get done with the then, now, and forever shit.
Okay.
Well,
I'm
Fin-
going to just
mine.
My
try to
Fen Now and
refresh
Forever just started.
I'll try to refresh my feed and see if that helps. I'm going to guess it won't.
All right.
Ah, you know, we'll
there's
do our
BB
best.
Rexa. Keep it in your pants, guys.
Well, I paused it, so I'm just waiting for Pat to get out past the forever then stuff.
Pause it.
I
Now
hit
they're doing Sing America. Everyone just start. We'll figure it out.
I hit refresh and now of course it won't load. That's awesome.
Damn, she looked good smoking in that outfit. Holy shit.
That didn't take very long.
God. Especially
Well,
Jeez.
Lord.
Well, while I'm already starting,
Where's the middle of her shirt?
Who cares?
Wow, she got some hips too.
Leather stuff going on. Lord have mercy.
They didn't take very long tonight.
Well, while I am already cursing out what is the bullshit that is Peacock, let me just say to everybody out there, welcome to night one of the WrestleMania hostage situation. We will be with you for the next indeterminate amount of hours, and we will then do this all again tomorrow, as we all wish that we would be killing ourselves.
Jeez.
I'd rather be in hell right now. I'd probably have more fun.
There's no chance that this is going to be better than the takeover. There's like zero chance.
Like every year, that's the case. So we just have to get used to it.
So she's got a lot of tape on there, right?
That shit could be just that tight that there's no way it's moving. Because it looks like it's painted on.
That works for me.
Leave it to
Sasha's like, this is sweet. I'm so excited. I wanted to meet BB Rex.
Wait, what's her name? Tyrannosaurus Rex?
Yes, that. BB Rex.
BB Rex.
She's a thick chick too. I'm surprised. Like I didn't expect. Like she's got some booty and some thighs.
She's very hippie.
Jesus.
In a very good hippie way.
I'm not saying that that's good, bad, or anything. It just, oh, Rhea, your makeup's gonna run. Stop it.
Was she crying?
It looked like she was.
Yeah.
Look, I understand it's like the first time you've been in front of like actual fans for a long time, but I don't really know if that's something I'd be crying over. Maybe I'm a cynic. I am a cynic, but
You are.
Yes. Yeah, you sure.
I also
We
I
have
also,
a cynic and a pessimistic on the show. That's
I
so
al-
great.
I also
That
Wonderful.
you do.
I also don't go.
How do we
for,
manage
like,
that?
I also don't go for all the forced faux patriotism, though. I've always given WWE credit for, for singing, "America the Beautiful" rather than like doing the national anthem and all that. So,
For sure.
because
And listen-
America the Beautiful is a better song than the national anthem.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to see how many BB Rexa memes are made tonight after.
So
that.
I'm in the intro video here now, or
So am I.
I am too.
Yeah,
I'm
that's-
ahead of you guys, I think. So.
Yep. I'm at second time. I just saw second time.
yeah, this is terrible. Though there's like no way to pause. There's no way to go back or forth. So already, Peacock, when compared to the WWE network, F minus minus.
You can't I can pause on my phone. Where are you guys watching on the
I
TV?
can't pause it on
I'm
my
watching on my
PlayStation.
computer. Yeah, I'm
Have,
watching on my desktop
It
here.
won't let me pause it on my PlayStation.
That's
I have
interesting
a,
that you have no pause button.
Yeah.
This is something that I heard about when the conversion was first starting. They say about you couldn't
The
pause.
poor
for-
people that have to listen to me all night, there's no pause button.
Yeah,
No, they could just turn us off.
There's a
Like-
mute button though, so
Oh, yes. I'm just going to keep my mouse hovered over the mute all night.
The one thing I can always say, did they reuse the cinematic shit from last year? It looked very
Kind of.
similar.
kind of.
I mean, most likely because why wouldn't you? You know, they didn't really get their money's worth out of it last year. So
After seeing the set, I'm very curious to see how Kevin Owens is going to jump off the boat tomorrow night.
That's true.
Maybe they're gonna make a makeshift boat and he'll jump off of that. It'll be like 4 foot high.
and then Captain Jack Sparrow will appear.
We don't need him.
Oh,
We
wait.
already have Logan Paul. That's enough.
Oh, wait a minute! I just remembered that's a Disney trademark, and they are a competitor of NBC.
Oh man. So I did see that we have 2 viewers. So our viewers out there, we appreciate you tuning in. We're hoping that you participate in the
It's
chat.
not Nicole. It's not
So that
Nicole.
way we can
Shouldn't
chat
be
with
anybody
you.
in your place because they're going to watch you live do your thing anyway.
Oh, okay. Nicole's one of the people.
But
That's
one of
all
them
right.
isn't, so that's good.
And that's all right.
Zach, are
Nicole can
you
join in
on?
the chat too if she wants to.
Zach's not on, so it's not Zach. So it's probably Eli, I'm guessing, potentially.
Who knows?
Well, whoever's out there, join the chat. We'd love to talk it up.
I
with
hope
you.
it's that person from Denver again, because that guy liked me. So
Yeah, he's the only one that likes you. Sorry.
I mean, shouldn't we be like sending threatening letters to Sakamoto by this point, asking why he doesn't watch us?
I don't. Yeah.
He doesn't watch us?
I don't know.
That piece of shit.
What, Nicole? Nicole said you sounded very offended by that, Joe.
I did. It's Sakamoto.
Well,
I'm
I
upset
must
with
say
him.
that.
Where would he be without us?
So just to fill you two, and I filled Joe in today, I took a screenshot. We are, since we got on Pandora and iHeartRadio, our listenership on our audio podcast has gone up quite a bit compared to where it was. And according to the US map, we're
so
now
we
getting
got
people
Michael Cole instead of Tom Phillips.
So we got people in California that are tuning in now. We got people in Florida, Ohio. So we're getting people from across the United States now actually tuning in. Like before, it was just kind of like East Coast-ish kind of people. So, you know, if
So
anybody-
maybe people-
Thank you.
Maybe people like watching me and Pat argue.
well, I'll tell you
That's
what.
debatable too.
I can make a joke about that. I'm trying to joke about it, so I'm making fun of myself.
So the one episode that we did the rap episode, that one's got quite a few views on YouTube. Like that one hit really big
well, that's
on
because
YouTube.
Pat wasn't in it.
Oh God.
I'm just
So evidently that was a good
Pat.
topic that we covered that day. We hit key. Our action movie one, not so good. That one kind of bombed.
Rest in peace, DMX.
Yeah, how about that shit? DMX.
Yeah,
Breaking
man.
news. DMX died
Sucks.
this week at the age of 50.
It
Ain't
sucks.
make 51. Yeah.
Y'all gonna make
crazy.
me lose my mind
That was bad.
up in here.
I wore out that CD, man, when I
Oh,
bought that CD.
Oh,
They-
yeah.
I'm pretty sure they have the cardboard cutouts there.
I'm sure it's not all people. That's
No,
a
it's
lot
only
of people.
25,000, but it looks like it's all people to me. So I feel like they might have cardboard cutouts there.
Yeah.
Doesn't that look like a lot of people, Zach?
That looks like way too many.
They may be using cardboard cutouts, and to be honest, that might not be such a bad thing
No.
because one
They
it'll
said they
make
were going
it
to
look,
do that.
yeah, it'll make it look fuller, and that will help with distancing. So I can't argue with them for doing that. Now, if they're still going to pump in crowd noise,
That would be
Which-
silly.
I don't think they pumped in crowd noise at the takeover the other night. They had enough fans in attendance that there were chants and stuff. So I don't know if they pumped in crowd noise the other night. I felt like they did not.
yeah, they most certainly did at the Hall of Fame, and it was
No, they definitely did it in the
distracting.
Hall of Fame.
It was distracting.
That's awesome.
Give
that they did
props
it
to
all.
Braxton for wearing outlandish jackets and shit. Because I would do the same shit if I was on there. I'd rock the pineapple suit just because.
I'll give Saxon credit for going out on a limb, and I actually think that looks pretty good. I think that's a pretty nice looking outfit right there.
I actually like it too.
Not
I wear it.
as cool as Seth Rollins' drip right now, but it'll do.
Meanwhile,
Mhm.
Samoa Joe went very low key, and I think it didn't work.
Yeah, the royal blue suit with the red
Yeah,
little, chiff.
it doesn't look special enough.
Supposedly
an
there's rumors that Samoa Joe may have gotten cleared to return to in-ring action.
Ooh,
That'd be sweet.
Yes, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Shane O'Mac and Braun Strowman might be the worst match tonight.
Man, Shane O'Mac really needs to stop the tanning. He's looking a little brown.
Oh wow, it says WrestleMania is in a weather delay.
You know, you didn't hear Cole say that?
No, I don't have the volume turned up very high.
Oh, okay. Well,
He's rocking the spray tan way too much.
worst match tonight. You think it'll be Cole, Shane, and Strowman?
Or the women's tag team turmoil match.
I mean,
Any kind of tag team turmoil is never good.
I would lean towards the tag team turmoil match because those matches are just very hard to pull off.
Oh,
Yeah.
what are we giving Bobby Lashley? Get the big bald bitch away from the microphone, please.
And the other one I would think might end up being the worst match tonight would be Bad Bunny and Damian Priest against the Miz and Morrison because we don't know what to expect out of Bad
Okay.
Bunny.
The only thing about that is supposedly Bad Bunny's wanted to be a wrestler since he was a kid, and supposedly he's been at the Performance Center and stuff. So this isn't like something that's about the money. It sounds like it's actually something he wanted to do. So I feel like we may actually get something out of him tonight.
Well, I mean, that's all well and good, but that doesn't mean it's gonna actually translate. It could. I mean, we'll see. That's all.
Booker T is going to be the special announcer for that, so I guarantee you, he's going to get involved in that match at some point.
Who's the special announcer?
So
Booker
here's the
T.
thing. Here's the thing I'm trying to understand. It's funny that they made MVP the mouthpiece because he's not really that great on the mic. He's okay.
He's good enough, though.
Yeah, he's good enough, which is not saying much. Like, if you're gonna have a mouthpiece for somebody, they're supposed to be good on the mic, like real good. Like, I always felt like, Paul Heyman's kind of like in a league of his own, but Paul Ellery was really good on the microphone as a manager, and Bobby Heenan as a manager was excellent on the mic. Cornette was really good on the mic.
Yeah, but when you're talking about a guy who's a 0 or 1 on the mic, then MVP's 5 or 6 is substantially better than the 0 or 1 that Bobby Lashley is.
I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just surprised that they let somebody
MVP
that's
does good.
okay
I like
on the
him.
mic.
I always thought MVP was better on the mic than he was in the ring.
Yeah, he was slow in the ring. I always felt like he moved slow for a guy that was supposed to be athletic.
Well, one thing that I think you also forget is he had a bit of a late start.
Jamie Noble.
Like he's 40, like he's 47 is MVP. So like when he first hit the main roster, he was already like mid-30s.
He was like Diamond Dallas Page.
Yeah. Yeah, he was
What are you eating, Joe?
He was like a little bit of like a late start type of guy.
Just grapes right now.
So this is going to be like we went to WrestleMania. Joe's going to have courses of meals again.
Most likely.
Hey, you're right. It is Jamie Noble.
Yes.
It's amazing how they were able to turn him into a backstage talent to help out with
Where's
characters.
Nydia?
She is so short compared to him. It's funny. It's like she has to re-extend her arm almost all the way out just to get the mic up to his face.
If she got right next to him, she could suck on his nipple.
I mean, you got to admit that's pretty hilarious. Oh my God, Drew and Bobby Lashley are going to start getting into a backstage before their scheduled match. Who should we have go break them up? Well, Jamie Noble and the female ref, of course.
Yeah. Let's send them out there.
I'm glad that WWE at least has a female ref. A couple female refs.
Yeah,
AEW's got the best female ref. What are you talking about?
But it's like, I'm just saying, it wasn't all that long ago. You could have had them sending out Arn Anderson and Mike Rotunda and those types of guys who have a little bit more size to them to try to break up.
But we're so old they could have got a broken hip.
So we're getting an extended pre-show tonight. Lucky us.
I know that was sarcasm, but at least there's a good-looking lady in the middle of the two bozos.
Did you go watch?
That's the glorious part about this. Seeing you three on the stage right now. I'm blocking out whatever JBL says and just looking at her.
I'm just JBL can just leave WWE and never come back, and WWE would be so much better.
New jobber announcer guy. Oh no. We don't need this. What the fuck happened to your hair, Kofi?
Well, see, this is the problem. You're ahead of us, so we didn't even get to see Kofi yet.
Yeah, AJ's spoiling everything on us.
Yeah.
Kofi's hair looks like I don't know if he's got a rooster thing on top of his head or.
Sway has his hair braided.
I'm definitely not listening to JBL because I did not watch his Hall of Fame speech, but I heard about it. And he made this whole big deal about, I'm not apologizing for anything. Right there, pal.
I actually thought that was funny.
Did.
So
he's like, I say who I say I am.
I hate bullies, so JBL's usually always going to be on my shit list.
I must say, I do like Kofi's hair is a little interesting, but I must say, I definitely like.
I think Xavier's hair looks
Xavier's hair better. I like the colors in the hair.
Xavier's the only person in the New Day that isn't a waste of time to me. So.
I think they should turn him back into Consequences Creed.
Yes,
that'd be fucking
let
sweet.
him wear the Apollo Creed tights.
Well, I'm sure Impact owns that character.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure WWE could buy it for about $1,000, and Impact would probably be like, "Okay, we could use the money."
I don't think Impact even owns that.
Pat, you watched the Hall of Fame then?
I watched a little bit. I watched the NWO speech. I watched Kane's speech. A few other bits and pieces, not the whole thing.
I need
to go watch Bischoff's whole speech.
I'm tired of. I don't like the fact that the Bellas think that they were way more relevant in the women's evolution than they actually were.
Well, you got to remember, in your eyes, they weren't. They were a very big crowd favorite. Like the
hell is Big E doing?
So
but they didn't know how to wrestle. So
well, I'm not disagreeing with that point with you, but you got to look at it from the not just your point of view. You got to look at it from like the entire WWE universe. They were a big thing to the majority. We are the minority when it comes to the Bellas and certain other wrestlers. So,
well, here's what it is with the Bellas. I look at it this way: the Bellas were instrumental in the Divas Revolution occurring. or the women's revolution, whatever you want to call it. I mean, I don't give a shit what name you apply to it. They were very instrumental in that coming about because people got so sick of them being the faces of the women's and divas division. They said we need something new.
Okay.
And then we got Charlotte and Becky and Sasha and Bailey. And
Why are
Asuka.
we giving Strowman the mic now? Let's follow up Bobby Lashley with Strowman.
This is
Well, they let Shane talk, so
announcement table.
Why are they in a weather delay? What's going on?
WrestleMania.
It just came out of the mouth of the
Is it raining again down there?
it's called Tampa, Florida.
There's
so,
storm clouds are on the top above them.
If they see lightning, they can't do it.
There must be lightning because if it was just rain, I'm sure
lightning
they'd be out there.
in the thunder. Lightning in the thunder.
I don't know about that one, Jeremy.
Why do we have Cole here instead of Phillips though? I wonder.
Phillips has COVID issues.
Hey, I did not see that.
They
Wow, that
pulled
sucks
him a
for
couple hours ago.
Oh, that sucks for him.
I'd rather listen to Tom Phillips than Michael Cole.
I think anybody would listen to Tom Phillips rather than Michael Cole, including Michael Cole's family.
Why are we picking like the worst possible people to do promo?
Well, I must say right now, this is probably Braun Strowman's best
good
promo that I've ever seen because he is just talking like himself.
Yeah.
Like he's not trying to play a character right now. He's just being himself.
The build for the Shane Strowman match has been horrendous.
Well, duh.
Yeah.
I don't even have to watch it on a weekly basis to know that.
What I've seen of it has made very little sense. I mean,
pause this.
they're
Stop calling me dumb.
Yeah,
No,
it's stupid.
It's like they've kind of resurrected the Alexa Nia storyline from a few years ago.
Oh, here we go. There we go. Now we're talking to somebody that matters. Rocking the sweet shirt.
He's still ahead of us, so I have no idea.
I'm guessing it's AJ or Rollins.
It's somebody that's wrestling tomorrow night.
He should be able to go back 10 seconds at least.
Oh, it's KO.
No, there's no such thing showing up on mine. You know, I mean,
You guys got to start watching it on the app, I guess, because the app has a rewind and a pause.
well, I can't watch it on the app since I'm doing everything on my phone, you know.
Not true.
But like, okay, for example, I think I've told you guys about that Reliving the War web series that the one guy does that I've been following that.
Mhm.
Well, in order for me to continue on with that series now, I have to find those shows from other places because Raw on Peacock is only there starting at 2003, and there are no Nitro episodes on Peacock as of yet.
So horrible.
Pisses me off. Well, yeah, especially because the week that they just covered on that series, it was, I want to say, the last August in 1996. Nitro was running unopposed because that's when Raw would always get preempted by the U.S. Open. But this was the episode of Nitro where Hogan, Hall, and Ash were spray painting the truck in the middle of the show. And then at the end of the show, they came out, they interrupted a tag match of Sting and Luger against Benoit and McMichael, where
Nice.
Flair and Arn tried to come down. And like that's when like Hogan sprayed Flair in the eyes with the spray paint, and then sprayed his like the entire like midsection of his head like black, so he almost looked like a skunk and everything. It was, and like, you know, the crowd was throwing shit again. It was like the first time that they did like the big run in to end the show, which those got old fast, but like at that particular moment, it's still pretty damned original and still pretty impactful. So, you know, it's still one of those really like awesome Nitros.
They finally found somebody that.
That's when Hogan was all like, anything less would be too civilized.
5 minutes.
5 minutes until the show starts.
Supposedly they're in rain slickers. At least they found somebody that's actually good on the microphone and said, "Oh, let's find somebody that's good to cut a promo."
Now, is that an actual?
Oh, it's
shirt
legit
that
raining. Holy shit.
Is that an actual shirt that he's wearing, or is that like?
No, that's a shirt that I pre-ordered.
Okay, so is it just looks like it's duct taped?
Yeah, that's
it looks
part
like
of
it,
the
but
because it's supposed to be the KO Mania. He's taping his pictures over the pictures of Hogan and Savage.
Yeah, oh no, that's cool. I like that. Because I remember when he had like the one that looked like the WrestleMania 2 shirt.
Yes. Yes,
We're up to 4
I've
viewers.
I've purchased
2
the
of them dropped
Mania
off.
shirt every year.
Whoa, it is definitely raining.
Yeah, it is.
It ought to be interesting to see what happens when they get the first 2 contestants in the ring, Shane O'Mac and possibly Braun Strowman starting off the show, I think.
No, it's McIntyre and Lashley.
Yeah,
Really? That's the opening bout?
Yes.
Isn't that the championship belt match?
Lashley
Yeah.
or McIntyre said he wanted to be the first person to perform in front of fans. Like he asked for it, apparently.
That means
Because of last year, so I get it.
We
Yeah,
got the EST talk and Bianca Belair.
They already said that Banks and Belair were going to be the main event tonight. So I think at that point, McIntyre's like, well, might as well start the show then if we're not going to be the last match.
This is what happens when you have WrestleMania
outside.
in a state where it rains a lot randomly and it's outside.
Oh my God.
I'm the EST. Shut the hell up.
That's right.
See, I like her.
I'm
You guys
surprised.
don't like her, but I do.
She
I'm
stole
surprised.
she stole the EST thing from Machine Gun Kelly. He was doing that like 8 years ago.
I'm surprised.
Oh, it's fine
that-
because I hate Machine Gun Kelly. She can.
Yeah, I'm not a
wants
big
on
fan of
there.
Machine
I like
Gun.
him,
Actually, I
so-
don't even know I barely know who he is. I've heard like 1 or 2 songs. He went from being a rapper because he couldn't make it as a rapper to being an alternative rock guy.
No, he just made one alternative rock album, and then I think he went back to rap. So
I'm actually just shocked to learn that her real first name is Bianca.
I'm not
Like
going
a
to say
first name?
anything. I'm not going to say anything inappropriate right now. I'm going to let that go. So
Her real first name is Bianca.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is like kind of surprising because they change everybody's. Speaking of somebody whose name sounds real but isn't,
But Seth Rollins, yeah.
Mr. Colby Lopez.
I've bet the amount of times.
supposedly his woman is going to return tonight,
Sweet.
which 1 year was not long enough. Clearly, I could have done for 6 more months if now it's not seasonal.
Well, you know what? She could return tonight. That doesn't mean she'll necessarily be back. You know.
Oh, if she comes back, I'll be shocked within a month if the belt's not on her.
Well, no, that's something else.
They're supposedly gonna do some kind of segment with Bailey potentially and her. That's what the rumor is. So
Yeah, no. I what I'm just saying is that like she could appear, but she may not be back like full time yet. So
Jay even said that when I was over his house. He's like, "It's already been a year. Damn it."
It's crazy that it's been already a year. Honestly,
yeah, it's time flies when you're in lockdown.
time flies when shit's all kinds of crazy all around you.
So Seth Rollins is actually Hispanic.
Well, yeah, his real name's Colby Lopez, so more or less, he obviously has. The thing of it is yeah, he is from Iowa, but obviously, I mean, you don't get a last name like Lopez without having some Hispanic heritage, obviously.
Right, somewhere along the line.
Well, just
Yeah.
like Ronda Rousey supposedly has a little bit of African American in her. So
Actually, no. Actually, I lie, and I did read this once. And now, Colby Lopez, Seth Rollins, was born on May 28th, 1986, in Buffalo, Iowa. He is of Armenian, German, and Irish descent. His surname Lopez comes from his elder brother Brandon's Mexican-American father, whom Rollins considers his father, as seen in a WWE 24 special. So there you go.
His
What?
birthday is one day before mine.
What the hell
No
is
wonder I
John
like
Morrison
Seth
talking
Rollins.
about? And what the hell happened to his head?
he's got a mullet.
It seems like a lot of people got new hairstyles for this event, and
Morrison's hair's been that way for like a month.
I haven't noticed. Well,
Yes.
anyway, it seems like new people. Some people have got new hairstyles for
Drip,
this event, and I'm gonna have to rate them all as
Nice glasses,
Quite a
drip.
Morrison and Miz are fucking fabulous. They entertain me every week. Correct.
what do they call him
But
again?
they need to
Frog
make
Day?
Morrison the the main guy like in that tag team because he's the much better wrestler too. He's better. He's just as good as on the mic, and he's a much better wrestler.
I don't know if he's just as good on the mic, but he's as good of a wrestler. Yes, but Miz to me is one of the 4 or 5 best guys in WWE on the mic. Period. I don't know if Morrison's in that group. So,
see, I watched Miz's show.
It seems like they've made Morrison way too much of like almost like a comic hanger-on since.
No, he is. That's what they've done with him. It's not cool for him, but they've made him the lackey. They've made him the Miz's lackey. He deserves better than that.
Yeah.
So on Miz and Maurice, Morrison's been on there several times, and he's actually he's like a geek. He's just like this weirdo geek, like in real life. He just has fun, and it's funny because I like watching that show with those two in there because Morrison gets Miz in trouble all the time. He instigates shit with Miz all the time. And it's funny because there was an episode where Miz got in trouble for something he went and did or tried. It's some athletic thing that Morrison does. It's like a big gym. Stephen Amell does it too. It's a big gym. There's like poles, and he jumps off like
he does
boxes.
It's like parkour stuff.
Yeah. So he told Miz he could do it, and Miz went and tried to do it. He kind of like hurt himself, and the next day he could barely move. And Maurice was pissed off at him because like the next day they were supposed to do something. He was like just hobbling along. She's like, "See, this is what happens every single time you listen to Johnny. You get yourself into trouble, or this or that happens." It's hilarious. I think it's funny. It's comical. I like that show. Miz and Maurice are they're funny people to watch.
Did you see that we got more release date pushbacks on the movie?
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Top Gun and Mission Impossible, and
Top Gun's in November now. I mean,
Top Gun got moved from July to November, which then moved Mission Impossible from November until May of next year, which also then had an effect on the next Mission Impossible after that, which got pushed back from November of 2022 to July of 2023.
So
and other ones got.
What match is getting scratched?
I don't think any match will get scratched. They may shorten. Something,
yeah.
But
I still really don't think they have a specific time limit, to be honest.
So, Joe, me and after watching, and I'm not saying there's anybody right or wrong in this. I'm just saying me and Zach, we've watched Falcon and Winter Soldier, and we think the Mighty Duck show is better than Falcon and Winter Soldier for both of us.
All I can say to that is I cannot render an opinion as I have not and will not watch the
Like me and Zach had no expectation for the Mighty Duck show, 0. Like I did not know what to expect, and it's like sucked me in. Like I actually really legitimately like it, and I've been somewhat disappointed in Falcon and Winter Soldier. I don't hate it, but I don't love it either.
I haven't watched the Mighty Ducks yet, so I can't give an opinion on that. I'm enjoying Winter Soldier.
Me too.
Seems like they're taking a little bit longer to build on.
Yeah, where are they going? We have 2 episodes left.
I was gonna say that they can't really do much more building at this point. There's only 2 episodes left. Yeah. I mean, I've been intrigued by the plot because it's very shades of gray.
The emotions, as we saw earlier,
I don't know what's that.
about to burst.
Oh, the fans are coming back. Stop right
earlier. Both these men have been waiting back.
I know, but
champing at the bit, doing what they can because they want to walk that.
I mean, it's been very shades of gray in terms of like the environment, the world, the political environment, I guess, if you will, on Falcon and Winter Soldier. But they do have to try to wrap it up because this isn't leading directly into a movie that I'm aware of. So
I paused it, Zach, because you're.
Yeah, not that I know of. I haven't read that it leads into a movie, but it's just interesting. I mean, you know, especially after. I'm not sure who's watching up this, especially.
Did you watch this week's, Jeremy, or not?
No, I did not get to watch
Okay.
this week's. No, I did. That's right. I did watch this week's. Yes, I did. Never mind.
In my ornament dream book, there's an ornament which I'm afraid might slightly spoil something for the end.
Oh,
Of
here comes your boy, Pat.
Titus wearing his Florida Gators colors.
No, not him. Here comes Joe and Pat's boy, because he certainly isn't mine.
Poor Titus O'Neil, a guy that tried so hard but could just not get over.
They don't
That
want to
sucks,
fire
'cause
him though, because he's such a good human being and stuff. So they don't want to get rid of him because he's such a good guy to represent the company.
Oh yeah, he's a good PR guy. Yeah,
He is. He definitely is. I mean, he's super talented wrestler. It's just
the crowd just never bought into him.
Titus having to
He's like, why am I standing next to this racist bastard?
Titus having to fist bump Hogan. It's like, yeah, that's an extra $2,500 they owe me. Hey, I mean, you want to call him my boy and everything, but let's rewind to 2 years ago when he came out. What did I do?
I don't know. What did you do? Did you
Did
boo?
you not stand up then?
I did not stand up. I did not cheer for him. And I really feel like I can't because he did not fucking apologize.
My brother T.
I know he's had individual conversations with some of them, but a lot of that has not been disclosed.
As far as I know, the New Day guys still want nothing.
Yeah,
to do
the
with
New Day's
Yeah.
guys don't still like him.
it. I mean, that's kind of enough, really.
What did he just say? Because he's yelling so loud in the mic, I can't understand him.
Which one?
Titus.
Oh, I don't know. I've got the captions on, but I'm not really looking at them.
Oh, Hogan. One thing, I always look at some people and go, man, you guys are just living off your previous fame. Like you think about like some actors or singers or stuff like that, or movie stars, but wrestlers are like the epitome of trying to live off the old fame that they had at one point in time. Like they'll do all these rinky dink little shows and shit like that just to make a buck, sign some photos and shit like that, take a picture. Like some guys, some of them wrestlers really just can't let it go. Like I was a wrestler and that's all I am. Like they just
Like Ric Flair.
The thing is that's when you're in that industry, I just feel like maybe it's WWE, but maybe more of them than the other ones, but they want them to keep being their persona, their gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
Till the end of time.
So that's why you actually kind of have to give it up to the guys who get out of the industry
And retire and just leave.
and like they're able to do something else. Like Rick Martel, he apparently is a successful real estate agent in Florida and supposedly wants nothing to do with wrestling now. Like he declined to be interviewed for the Dino Bravo Dark Side of the Ring episode. They use old shoot interview comments that he made. He supposedly turned down the WWE Hall of Fame. So it's like, on one hand, it's like, oh, well, just kind of come back once for the WWE Hall of Fame. But it's like, he doesn't want to. And I guess he's able to make a good enough living on his own outside of the business. And see, that's why, and I know AJ disagrees with me on this totally. That's why, like when Punk walked out of the company, I kind of admired him for doing so, because he was basically saying, you need me, I don't need you. And how many guys are actually willing to try to do that or could do that? So, I had some respect for him for that.
Right. And that's why I can, and I can give the same respect to the Young Bucks because they have openly admitted we will not wrestle for WWE.
No, They have openly admitted they will not wrestle for Vince.
Okay, Vince.
So yes.
So, that's taking a stand against the guy, probably the biggest name in wrestling ever as far as a promoter goes, and saying, no, we won't, you can do whatever you want to. We're never coming to wrestle for you.
I don't think that they're ever going to be in WWE, but if Vince steps down and Triple H is running it, I would not rule it out at that point, because there's definitely some kind of respect, like the Young Bucks in their book talked about. Right before AEW happened, they were talking to Triple H. They were in talks with WWE and stuff. They will not wrestle for Vince. That's 100% what it is. They will not wrestle for Vince. I don't think we'll ever see them in WWE. We are also in a time now, though, where you don't have to wrestle in WWE. It doesn't matter as much as it did 10 years ago. Like, you don't have to wrestle in WWE because AEW is on television, and you don't have to be in WWE to be considered like the best tag team in the world. They've never wrestled in WWE, and they've been the best tag team in the world for like 4 years. So,
well, I mean, it's not even just that. It's the fact that the independents actually pay now. There are independent companies out there that actually pay, where it used to be even the big, organizations, NWA, Smoky Mountain, they paid nothing. They paid these guys nothing to come to their territories and wrestle for a night. You hear a lot of the wrestlers say, yeah, I made like $25 a night for wrestling. That's fucking nothing.
The indies did pay. We don't know if they will again.
Well, yeah, true. They with all COVID stuff and that, who knows what's going on now.
That's the thing. That's really a great unknown, and that we don't know if it'll get back to where you can still make good money on the indies, or if you're going to see people like desperately calling WWE for jobs and everything when things are normal again. When again, God only freaking knows when exactly that's going to be, but
yeah, I don't get the lightning for Bobby Lashley. That don't make no fucking sense.
Here comes the big bald bitch.
Because the lightning represents his veins and his arms, because that's kind of what they look like.
Like, the only people that got Zeus and Thor are the only people that get lightning. So who is he supposed to be, Zeus or Thor?
He's
The almighty WWE champion. Okay, I like that. That's kind of cool.
Well,
Good marketing.
Hey, if he's almighty, okay, he's Zeus then, right?
I guess so.
And I don't mean Tiny Lister Zeus. We're talking Zeus.
Dan, there's a lot of fans there.
In my opinion, his name is garbage, but we'll just leave it there. So,
my thing with him is that, he looks great. He obviously looks great. I just still feel like I've never been able to buy into him as a character or as a worker.
He's terrible on the mic. And
that's character to me. Yeah, that's what
there is not. The only match I ever remember him being in is the match where he broke through like the Hell in a Cell or the cage or whatever. He got thrown out and like the door broke or the piece of the cage came off. That's the only thing I can ever remember him doing.
Unfortunately for me, I think the only match I'm ever really going to remember him for is the Battle of the Billionaires.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just it's one of those things like with Bobby Lashley. He looks like he has all the potential in the world to be like a really good wrestler. And you're expecting so much and you're like, oh, he does big man moves. Okay. I mean, and we know that's not necessarily his fault, because I'm sure Vince is like, okay, these are the moves that we want you to do. Power slam, suplex, do a spear and, do all this shit that's a big man move. And we know he's athletic. We know he's got the ability to do other things. But the personality part, that's all on him. Like,
yeah,
he's never been able to have a legitimate personality that makes any sense or fit or gets over with the crowd.
Like you just said earlier, Jeremy, he's got MVP, who's maybe a 6 or 7 on the mic. At least Brock had Paul Heyman. So even though Brock's personality was dicey at times, he had the best guy in WWE on the mic in his corner. So it made it easier to buy into Brock. And I think Brock looks a little bit more intimidating than Bobby Lashley does too. So
Well, and Bobby Lashley doesn't like when Bobby Lashley has this mean look on his face. I'm sorry. Brock, we know, is an asshole at times. Like, so you can legitimately believe when he has an angry face on or gives that sneer, like that condescending sneer, you can actually believe it because he's actually like that at times in real life. Bobby Lashley is actually a fucking really nice guy. So for him to look mean and angry, it just doesn't. It's like we know you're not that kind of person.
Brock Lesnar is not like that at times.
Okay.
Brock Lesnar is like that all the time.
He's not a people person.
True, Pat. That is not true. He's like that 75% of the time. I don't know if I'd say all the time. So
95% of the time.
Because I read the story. I read the story about that night when the Raw got canceled, when Brock paid the bar tab for everybody, like that night after the Raw got canceled, and he didn't have to do that. So, like, and that was Brock being a nice guy for once.
Yeah, Lashley just for whatever reason he just doesn't have a mean looking face either, you know. So that kind of
he tries to look me like
yeah.
It's like
it looks like he's taking a shit, right, Jeremy?
Yeah. And also again, like you talk about like him having potential. You know, he's going to turn 45 in a couple of months.
That potential already waved its hand.
Well, and I'm talking more about when he first started. I mean, he's been part of WWE for a really long time.
He hasn't gotten better. That's the problem with him. He's not gotten better, evolved really at all. He's the same person he was 10 years ago to me. So,
yeah. Whereas like somebody like McIntyre, you can clearly see where he
has
got
definitely evolved for sure.
You just flipped me off. Are you flipping me off, man?
Are you? I did see
him.
that they're going to do a Dark Side of the Ring about the Shockmaster. That's exciting, right?
Oh God, seriously?
I did not see that.
Yeah, Eli sent me a text, and it was a picture of the Shockmaster for Dark Side of the Ring.
They announced May 6th, I want to say, is when it's going to come back.
I think so. Yeah, May 6th or May 8th.
Yeah, and like they showed a promo where they showed 6 topics, which were like Pillman, the Ultimate Warrior, Dynamite Kid, the Collision in Korea event, and I can't remember what the other 2 now were. But yeah, I hadn't heard anything about the Shockmasters. I mean, the only good thing about doing a Shockmaster episode is that at the end of the day, it'll be a little more lighthearted than the typical Dark Side of the Ring episode. You know,
we already talked about that, Pat. What did they possibly talk about that you didn't talk about?
Yeah, I know. But well, I mean, they'll probably just do like more of an evaluation of like maybe like Fred Ottman's whole career and try to figure out who was the one who was responsible for screwing it up so badly, or who, I don't know.
I thought of you when I saw that, though, Pat. I'm like, wow, they're going to do a Shockmaster episode of Dark Side of the Ring.
Man, that's kind of crazy.
I mean, I love the promo that I saw for, like, I think like the last comment is like Cornette as he's taking a swig of his trademark Sprite Zero, and he's like, "Can't we talk about the happy side of the ring for once?" This match
is fallen further behind. I don't know.
This match is already losing.
Lashley is punching him in the face at the ropes.
Yeah, Lashley's choking him on the ropes right now for me.
Let's see. Lashley just threw him back in the ring after he threw him around outside.
Yeah,
I won't spoil anything that's relevant. Me spoiling who the promo is doesn't really matter. Like, I'll try not to spoil anything that's relevant. So,
no, that's all right. I was just I was sharing our feed to our Facebook page. So far, this match hasn't been bad. It's been exactly what I expected. It's a big man match.
Yeah, it's a big man match.
And it stinks because Drew McIntyre is actually capable of putting on a good match. Like, he does a lot of, like, he just did that arm, like, you know, knees to arm and is trying to put an arm bar on. Like, he can actually, Drew McIntyre, I feel can wrestle. And he's just
I like the deal. McIntyre. I like McIntyre.
He's in there with somebody who's just, I don't know. I don't know what to say about,
I mean, it's
about
hard.
Lashley that we haven't
It's
said
hard.
already.
It's hard. This just happened at the Stand and Deliver the other day where Finn Balor got stuck with Karrion Kross and he had to try to get a good match out of a guy that wasn't going to do it. So it sucks sometimes to be that person that has to go out and get a good match out of somebody that may not be capable of it. So
Yeah,
Thursday, May 6th, Pat.
You don't watch a
Upside
Karrion
the ring.
Cross match for Karrion Cross, though, right?
you're right. You're feeding to Joe and Mr. Zachary on this one and saying you watch a Karrion Kross match because of Scarlett.
That was my impression as to the whole reason.
Yeah, but they put the NXT title on him, so
I have not actually watched a Karrion Cross match or anything, but like that was always the impression I got, is that you were supposed to be, your eyes were actually supposed to be going,
the problem with Cross is Joe said that when he was in Impact, he was a pretty good big man wrestler, and they've turned him into just a boring big man that doesn't do shit and does rest holds and wasting time holds the whole match instead of what he's capable of. So they've already ruined him.
why does that not surprise me? But that's okay. Maybe when they bring him up to the main roster, he'll be totally different.
Right. They'll figure it out then. Pat, did you watch that? Did you watch the rest of that Cultaholic thing?
Yes, I did.
What was his top 5?
Well, I was thinking of unveiling certain parts of it as
Okay, you can do top like maybe from 15 to 20 and 10 to 15. You can do 5 at a time.
Well, just for shits and giggles, I wrote down the 25 worst.
This is
the 10 that were in the middle. And for some reason, I decided to jot down the top 100, but I don't.
Oh, we don't need to do that much, Pat.
Right,
that was cool.
Yeah.
McIntyre just did a really cool move. He missed Bobby Lashley, missed an elbow, and then he did almost like a reverse perfect plex.
Well, yeah, McIntyre's got a couple of cool moves that I just don't like his finisher. I think the Claymore is lame. So.
It's a version of the big boot.
So
it's another big man move.
It's half big boot, half sweet chin music, I guess. Yeah.
And here's
because he slaps his leg.
I know Pat doesn't like Brock Lesnar. The one thing about Brock Lesnar is Brock Lesnar's finisher is pretty sweet. Like he has a really cool finisher for a big guy. Not a lot of big guys have gotten cool finishers. And to me, his is probably the best finisher of the big guys. So that's like something that's always enamored me with him, is that I've liked Brock Lesnar's finisher from day one. So,
and I like when guys can actually take it right and they go face first and instead on the side of their
like
hip.
the Big Show when he has to turn sideways for every bump he takes.
And of course, the other important thing too is that if it wasn't for Brock's finishing move, we would have never gotten Cena's finishing move.
Yes.
That was actually pretty impressive. I mean, Drew did help him a lot where Lashley just slammed him down to the ground like that.
But it's all about helping. So.
Well, yeah, and that's what made that look good.
All about helping there, huh?
I knew we were going there, Joe. I set the table for that one.
It's okay.
And Joe was able to pull the tablecloth off without ruining a glass.
Yep.
He's a magician.
Hey, speaking of that, segue into this. So when are we gonna?
Oh shit!
Here comes the CWA ref thing.
Where's when
it's
are we?
Coming.
When are we gonna talk about that?
It's coming.
Like Jay is coming.
It's coming like winter is coming in Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Mm.
I got to sit down and do some more file copying. I have not done any in probably 3 weeks. So I have been a super slacker with the file copying.
You some bitch.
I'm just
All right,
being
I feel
honest.
like-
It just takes so
like
fucking
this
long.
Gone on long enough.
I must say, I like the reverse Alabama slammer too.
Yes. The reverse Jackson Jam.
Oh, I lost Matt's volume.
No, it's the Jacksonville Jam.
Oh, I lost
Jacksonville
everybody's
Jam, I'm sorry.
volume. I'm probably freezing. I'm gonna die here in a second.
Oh no.
Oh, Pat was coming back. That's
Oh,
right. I'll
that's
just keep talking. Oh, my internet is unstable.
I mean, we can
Like the
still hear
Ultimate
you.
Warrior.
So
I was gonna say the Ultimate Warrior.
Uh.
What the hell is going on now?
every promo the Ultimate Warrior did unstable.
Oh, this is what you're talking about, the reverse Alabama Jam.
The reverse Jacksonville Jam.
Yeah. It would have been nicer if he could have like gotten a little bit more snap on it, but
Yes, he didn't. It took a while to get him over.
yeah,
Well, yeah,
that's-
and that's on, but that's on Lashley because Lashley's got to
Well-
use his abs to help him get up.
yeah,
Yep.
it's I don't think it's the easiest thing in the world to take any guy like be holding him by his ankles and go like, so
Yep.
maybe I'm
That's
wrong.
one of those moves. It takes two to make it look all right.
I mean, that's what a lot of moves are like in wrestling. So when we get to this is Drew. Drew just did what he's really good at. When you guys get to it, he's really good at being in the tree of woe and getting
Yep.
out of that situation.
But right now, like he's going for a superplex.
Yeah, you're
We're
about to see him get
6 seconds behind.
when he's really good at getting out of the tree of woe.
Oh yeah, there he goes.
That's like the Randy Orton superplex.
Okay, we didn't
in
need to
every
see the
match.
same move twice. Bobby Lashley did the same move twice, and it's not even like a cool move.
Of course he did.
Hasn't he ever played any of the wrestling video games? The more you do a move in a match, the
Wow,
less-
McIntyre kept up twice in this match. Kipping up when you're 20 minutes into a match is impressive. So, and he just did it twice in the last 5
I wonder if
minutes.
Bobby Lashley can kip up. I don't know.
You probably could.
I've never been able to do that. Like in my in my teenage years, I would have thought I'd be able to do that, but I was never able to do that.
The best kip up ever was in the Iron Man match. 53 minutes deep, Shawn Michaels kips up in the fucking Iron Man match.
Another belly to belly by McIntyre.
They're definitely not social distancing in those seats closest to ringside.
No.
Oh, of course not.
Zach just shook his head like, hell no, they're not.
Oh,
No, they're definitely not.
2 double
Future
arm
Shaq
DDTs. Oh, he's going to
twice.
go for a third. Can he get a third double arm DDT?
The only way he's winning is with the Claymore. So, he's not winning with anything other than that. So,
I like the fact that he's giving a little homage to good old Mick Foley with the double arm DDT.
his is a little bit different, but I mean, hopefully we won't have to see 5 Claymores. Maybe we'll only have to see 1.
Nah, at least 2. I'm gonna go with
No,
I'm gonna
I
go with the 3. I was the over under of 3.
I want to see an AEW match. He's going to have to hit it 8 times.
Or a match with the Fiend.
Yeah, the Fiend, he never freaking takes a finisher. He's always got to get hit 19 times with a finisher. Oh, it finally works. But he only has to hit everybody with one what is he called?
Sister Abigail.
Sister Abigail.
All right, McIntyre. All right. That's not something he does very often. So he pulls out the big move tonight. I'll give him props. for that.
WrestleMania.
There you go. That was a good one too.
And his feet didn't get caught on the ropes.
Yeah, it wasn't an Undertaker. Oh my
wasn't
God,
an
he killed himself
Undertaker.
moment. That was probably the scariest thing I've ever seen the Undertaker do. He literally dropped on his freaking forehead.
Props to McIntyre for that. He doesn't do that move almost ever. So good.
No,
good,
and he
good-
doesn't really clear it by much either.
Good call for that. He's giving us something special at WrestleMania.
That little kid's super excited. Let's have a big raise that on. He's like, yeah.
Sometimes when you try to do something that's special, you botch it. Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. That was just too far away. See, it's one
I
of
love
those
the
things
fact
with,
that
like
his
Matt,
finisher now is the freaking master lock.
Yes, it's terrible.
see, I think with
Oh,
Drew too is some of those big moves he did in TNA. So that's the other thing.
Mhm.
I think
Yeah.
TNA, they just give him more freedom to
The fact that
do their
Jeremy just brought up that the fact that the master lock is his finisher.
Freaking awesome.
Lame. It was lame. When
You
Chris
stole that
Masters
move
did
from
it.
Chris Masters.
It was lame when Chris Masters did it.
At least
But it
they
was
tried to
awesome.
do something around it with Chris Masters. It's just the crowd was like, "This is fucking dumb."
But it was awesome when the Warlord did it.
Pat, we don't mean
Yeah,
to make
weird.
fun of Chris Masters. We know how much you like him. I'm sorry to take pot shots at one of your favorite wrestlers.
You're thinking of other Pat.
No, I'm just being a dick.
Well, he
Still
was
one of the
who
greatest
said
signs
Masters-
ever. Mike,
was-
Chris Masters fears Mike skills.
He was the one who said Masters would be a champion in 3
Yes,
years.
he did.
Yes, he did.
Funko
He-
Pat did say that.
Yes, he really did believe that too. And had Masters ever gotten over, he would have been a champion. There's no fucking doubt about it because he fits the mold of the big of, Vince McMahon's big man.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god!
I just could never get over
Just
how
look
like
at him.
his pecs were so big that they actually bounced around like boobs.
Look at those titties. Look
It
at
was
those
really
muscles.
weird.
My
See,
God.
here's one of my biggest pet peeves.
Let Pat
With
finish.
pro wrestling?
Please let Pat finish.
Oh, okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Thought you were done. I apologize.
He's done. He's chewing now.
Oh, okay. I thought Pat was still not going.
See, one of my biggest pet peeves with wrestlers using MMA submission holds
Mhm.
is like I've been watching MMA since 1997, and it's hard for me to watch them put them in a Kimura. One, not even doing it some half the time properly. But like if you legitimately put somebody in that move, yeah, you're tapping out. You're tapping out within like 10, 15 seconds. You're not sitting there 20 seconds and dragging the guy over to
Like
reach
when
the fucking
Brock-
ropes.
Brock broke Triple H's arm.
Yeah, it's yeah, no. That's
Well, yeah, 'cause when it's
like
put
I
on
understand
right-
them using it, but it's just kind of like it's hard to buy into that. Maybe for little kids, but not for adults.
I missed what just like why did he stop?
MVP said something to him.
Oh, wow. That was like really lame. Like he missed the Claymore because of that.
Oh, he calls it the hurt lock. Ooh,
The hurt
that
lock.
Makes it,
Yeah.
That makes it special.
I call it the crap lock.
He's got the hurt lock in.
That's a lame ass name.
And it's a lame ass move. So it's a lame ass name for a lame ass move. So
They've got to
from
come
a
to a
terrible
point.
wrestler.
They've got to get to a point where they're like, okay, we got to stop bringing back 70s finisher moves.
Yeah, no.
Oh, Lashley won't let go. He won't let go. It's crazy. He's got it locked in.
Wow.
The fingers are clocked in behind the neck. He's applying pressure. McIntyre may fall asleep
Why do you sound like an old man right now?
because this is how the announcers do it.
Absolute fucking garbage.
I can't believe this match ended like this.
Absolute trash.
McIntyre's got to be so happy. I got to win it when nobody could watch, and now I get to lose to a
this
fucking
piece of
submission
crap.
hold that's garbage.
Wow, really?
This
Really?
This is the way.
And this is
the
why
way
this is not the main event.
So we're in for a treat.
So McIntyre's rolling around right now, but 2 seconds ago he wasn't responsive. So
Well, what the hell ever happened to the fact that they would check the guy to see if he's actually fucking awake?
God damn it! I'm behind all of you, and I hate it.
That's right. To the back of the line, bitch.
Pat,
yeah.
you might want to like restart yours. Maybe it'll
I did
catch
that
up.
once. It didn't really help. So,
Okay.
Wow. This
wait
is
a minute. So did McIntyre give up?
yeah.
No.
Well,
he didn't give up. He
no,
passed
he didn't
out.
give up.
No, it
Passed
says
out.
that he passed out. I didn't see him pass out.
Either did I.
And they don't do the arm anymore. Why
Yeah.
did they stop doing the arm?
Well, because only Hulk Hogan could ever do that successfully.
I
was doing that- I was doing that-
I have
I was
issues with
doing
this
that
match.
to
I think this ending.
speaking of
I was doing that to my sister's dog the other night. She was laying next to me on the couch, so I just took her paw and I went,
One.
see, you know what the problem was? The problem was is that
This is good.
they made it like too obvious that they wanted to give Drew the win in front of the crowd and everything. But when you
This
really
is
come
an
right
interesting
down
promo.
to it, when you really come right down to it, having Lashley lose the title was kind of dumb. But that's their own fault for stealing the title. So
Yeah.
what the hell?
Kevin Nash just dissed her.
So now they're gonna make McIntyre wait, and he'll probably win it at Money in the Bank or whatever. But
Scott
like,
Hall is so ancient anymore.
Well, yeah. I mean that he's
Well, here's
his body's starting to fight back. Started to fight back against itself from all the abuse it took in the 90s.
He is also in his 60s now. So
Well, yeah.
So they just threw Bailey in there with the NWO and Titus.
I'm telling you, I think
random.
Since Bailey lost the Bailey Buddies and got rid of the 1980s side pony and he got a new dude, she is definitely. I always thought she was attractive, but I think her new look is even more attractive to me.
I agree.
I think they're trying to figure out something new with her, and they haven't quite found it yet.
I love the fact that we got commercials in WrestleMania right now.
Isn't that awesome? Oh my God!
Hey, it's paying the bills.
Yeah.
I think it's very interesting that they have WWE on DraftKings, period. Like that's interesting.
Well, they got to be able to bet on something, and WWE probably gets kickback from that.
Yeah, they probably do.
Well, I mean, everybody would have lost the first match because McIntyre was the favorite in that match, though.
All right, so real quick here.
Yeah.
While we're watching bullshit.
Pizza. Now I'm hungry for pizza. Fuck.
So Cultaholic, they're an online group on YouTube. They're based in the UK. They released a video this past week ranking all 383 televised WrestleMania matches.
Jesus Christ.
The video is 5 hours and 18 minutes long.
Wow. Holy shnikes.
Again, 383 matches. So I jotted down a few parts of it. So I jotted down the 10 matches that they ranked right in the middle. So these are like the most average WrestleMania matches, according to Cultaholic. At number 196, Alberto Del Rio versus Jack Swagger for the World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania 29.
Wow, I don't
Which
remember
me and Joe were at that one.
Yeah, I don't remember it.
Yeah.
At number, well, the only thing I remember about that is that's when they were doing the whole thing with Swagger was being managed by Zeb Coulter, good old Dutch Mantel.
Yeah.
And they were doing like the whole, like,
We the
he's
people.
an illegal immigrant and, that kind of stuff. So, yeah. Number 195, Cesaro and Tyson Kidd versus Los Matadores versus the New Day versus the Usos and a tag team title fatal four-way match at WrestleMania 31.
This is the tag team turmoil match.
Yes, it is. And
Yes.
Here comes
Let's see how it plays
garbage
out.
right off the bat.
At number 194 was Randy Orton versus Bobby Roode versus Jinder Mahal versus Rusev in a United States title fatal four-way match at WrestleMania 34, which of course was won by Jinder Mahal. Number 193.
By who?
Number 193 was the much maligned Dean Ambrose versus Brock Lesnar street fight from WrestleMania 32, where Brock Lesnar looked like he'd rather be anywhere than in the ring. Number 192 was the main event of WrestleMania 11, Lawrence Taylor versus Bam Bam Bigelow with special referee Pat Patterson.
Surprised that wasn't last.
At number 191, Alexa Bliss defending the SmackDown Women's title in a six-pack challenge match against Becky Lynch, Carmella, Mickie James, Naomi, and Natalya at WrestleMania 33. Naomi won that match.
Oh, so Carmella and Billy Kay are now tag team partners.
Yes.
Yes, apparently.
Yeah.
Number 190 was Psycho Sid versus The Undertaker in the WWF title no disqualification match at WrestleMania 13. The
Oof.
match where, of course, Sid is rumored to have shit his tights.
Oof. That's pretty low. There were 2 main events pretty low there.
Well, there's going to be another one in a second. At number 189, Booker T and Rob Van Dam versus the Dudley Boys versus Garrison Cade and Mark Jindrak versus La Resistance in a World Tag Team title fatal 4-way match back at WrestleMania 20. Another one AJ was in the building for.
Oh, of
Don't
course,
remember that
Corey
one.
Graves is announcing his girlfriend's match. Blah, blah. Fucking get
Yeah.
over it.
Number 188, The Miz versus John
this
Cena
shit.
WWE title match at WrestleMania 27.
Is it me or is
Wow.
Billy Kay like playing the role of a possibly mentally handicapped person?
It's hard to tell,
He's playing a copycat.
but,
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah. But
At
yeah,
least he called her
AJ.
something. At least he called her a mentally handicapped person. So we've progressed.
Yes.
But yeah, AJ, Miz versus Cena, WrestleMania 27 title match at 188. You know, the match where the Miz was the third most important person in the
Right.
match.
It's The Rock.
And
Also, we got 2
180
copycats because evidently she's doing the same thing that Carmella does, that Naomi does.
Yes.
That's awesome. So it's one original with
Copycat
one
versus
copycat. Yes, fantastic. Continue, Darth Pat.
And number 187 to complete this 10 match in the middle portion of this. Number 187, the Rockers versus the Twin Towers from WrestleMania 5. I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe that was the lowest ranked Shawn Michaels match.
Yes,
in the entire
that
run.
probably would be too. So, Pat, was that
We will
No.
come back with more from that
Right.
list later in the show.
so? What are you going? You're going to give us the top 25, right?
Well, next time we do this, we're going to the worst matches first.
Okay. Is Shawn Michaels prevalently in the top 25 or?
Okay, we legit have 2 of the worst wrestlers out of the 4 in the ring right now.
Oh, Lana.
Lana and Billy Kay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a little ahead of you because I'm back to Carmella.
Lana is pretty awful.
Lana's back in again. Oh my God, she missed her with the kick like by a foot.
Yeah.
Big kick and a miss.
Shawn Michaels turns up 8 times in the top,
Okay.
top 25.
That sounds about right.
I don't know whose fault that was, Lana's or Billy Kay's. When Lana was about to kick, Billy Kay looked like she was not even in the position to take it, and Lana stopped. And Billy Kay,
Wow.
I have no idea what happened there.
I know.
That was awful. The first whatever that flurry was terrible.
I like
Kay and
Carmella.
Carmella won the first of the tag team turmoil.
I think Naomi's super athletic and talented. I've just been very indifferent with her.
Mm-hmm.
But Billy Kay and Jesus, Lana.
Well, at least we're getting the Riot Squad now. They should win.
I think Tamina and Natalia are going to win. That's my pick. So
Did Lana just forget to kick her there a second ago?
Yeah.
probably.
I think it was a mess up between both of them. Someone didn't do something right. Riot Squad. Oh, here we go.
I don't think that was supposed to be a pin, but Carmella did break it up in time.
We tend
All right.
we tend to
Ruby
blame-
Riot and Liv Morgan. All right.
we
I
tend
like
to blame
these two.
anything on Lana that goes wrong.
She
I mean,
works hard. I mean,
she's
give her
not a
that, but it's just
wrestler.
it's not paying out. I just
It's not
don't think
happening.
No,
it's
she
not
should
paying out.
have. She should have remained as like a valet or something.
Well, she should have just ran to AEW with her husband or boyfriend. So
That would have been okay too.
I mean, seriously, she does work hard, but it's just not paying off for her in the ring. It's just not.
I do like the Joker Harley Quinn. The Riot Squad.
There's nothing ever wrong with someone who pulls that one off.
No. I think Liv Morgan does it pretty well, I must say myself.
Indeed.
So Billy Kay somehow got on the card, but Peyton Royce didn't. What is wrong with this picture?
Well, Bailey's not on the card.
Right, I'm just saying, but Peyton Royce is better than Billy Kay by far. Like of the two
I agree with you too.
Facts.
Facts, 100%. How is but somehow Billy Kay managed to get on this event. Please eliminate Billy Kay ASAP.
Billy Kay right now, the way she's moving in the ring, she looks like she hasn't been inside of a ring working a match in about 4 months.
Oh my God, she just rolled Liv Morgan onto her leg. Like a bunch of freaking birds.
For a minute there, I thought you were starting to try to do Bill Hader's Tauntaun impression.
Oh, that was cool. I like that double team move. You'll like that, Pat, when you get to it.
We removed the garbage. We removed garbage to bring out more garbage.
See, Billy Kay she can't sell anything either. She's not very good at selling. She should have sold that double team way better than what she did.
Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke. Mandy Rose is good, but why
Did she
Dana
just fall?
Brooke? What the hell is this? Oh my God.
Mandy just fell on the ramp.
Like on purpose, I think? Maybe?
No.
Yeah, that was kind of a neat little finisher there between Ruby and Liv.
It's probably because it's still wet from the rain.
Are they supposed to be heels or faces, by the way?
Who?
The Riot Squad.
They're kind of faces right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say they're them, and then Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose are faces probably.
Yeah,
Those
Dana
are
and
some
Mandy, they don't
hideous
say-
ass wrestling outfits that Rose and Brooke have on.
Dana's got the outfit. Oh my God. Wow, poor Mandy.
I think she's legit slipped because it's still wet.
Yeah.
Dana's wearing an outfit that makes it look like that her boobs are like 10 times bigger than I've ever seen them.
And well, they are large, but she's also got a tattoo on her ass that you can see because of her outfit.
Oh.
Yeah,
she does.
Yes,
But I just saw the shot.
These are
Now I want to know what it is.
Yes, Pat.
Pat's getting distracted by the
I'm
bibis.
just kind of amazed at the outfits that these two are wearing. They're the skimpiest damned outfits I've seen in a women's wrestling match for quite some time. I'm kind of amazed. Those outfits do not scream PG to me.
No, more
I
like
mean,
PG-13.
Yeah, that's like Attitude Era attire. I mean, I'm a little taken aback by it, but I got to admit it's not making me unhappy.
I wouldn't think it would be.
I mean, I think they're.
It makes this
terrible,
pee
so I
go
don't give a
doing
crap.
doing doing.
I could care less because I think both of them are terrible, so I could care less. So
I've never thought much of Dana Brooke. I think Mandy Rose is fairly decent looking. I don't think much of her as a wrestler, but
I mean,
feel
we're
like-
just talking about looks. We weren't talking about ring ability.
but I'm not
I
like
feel-
you guys, so I don't really pay attention to that stuff. So
well, I feel like Mandy Rose, they actually put her in a storyline which, hey, your mileage may vary on it, but then they just ended it really for no reason. So I thought that was kind of stupid. Then again, speaking of people who were involved in storylines that just ended, we have Liv Morgan in the ring now.
who's been in that multiple times?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I'm thinking of that whole lesbian thing with Lana. I mean, they dropped that after what, like 2
Liv
weeks?
Morgan just had to check her top, make sure it was still up.
Well, that is important in the PG era.
That was
Ooh.
an interesting tag in. She tagged her on her ass.
God damn it! You're supposed to tag your hands. You're not supposed
Yeah,
to tag
she
your
definitely
hands.
smacked her ass. to tag
Yeah, she
herself
did.
in. She 100% smacked her ass.
God damn! You're supposed to goddamn tag their hands. Gotta learn the
She
goddamn.
rolled it back over. Okay.
Hey, I just saw the smack on the ass. Oh, come on, guys. Seriously, what's wrong with this? It's not a big deal.
I didn't say there was anything wrong with it.
It's not real tag team rules, but
Who cares? We snap people on the back of the shoulder. Let's see the female smack their butts. I'm fine with that.
I care
and
about this. I'm gonna come down here and hit you with my tennis racket.
The Riot Squad won. Okay.
Got two. Riot Squad eliminates 2 teams. That's good.
Oh,
I
come
don't
on,
remember.
Here, update your damn estimate.
I don't remember who was all in this tag team turmoil.
well, like I said, I believe the winners are currently walking out. So
Natalia and Tamina.
The only other team is Natalia and Tamina. Yeah.
right, and they're on their way out.
Now are they're heels, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not only are they on their way out, they're on their way out.
So then you're right. I guess the Riot Squad would win because you need faces fighting Shayna and Nia.
I mean I lose track of Natalia sometimes with whether
I don't know. Do you? Because Shayna and Nia are just, I don't know. They're heels, but I don't know. They're not their typical heels.
They're not. I think
I'd be fine with
I think
Tamina and
Shayna and
Nat
Nia are
winning.
probably going to break up tomorrow night, personally, because I think that they've kind of run their course. So
That could be time.
I'm kind of sick of that pairing, to be honest.
Reginald,
I'm kind of sick of Nia, so
right? Shayna's made Nia somewhat entertaining, though. Like
Tamina's very scary.
once you
She's
take Nia away from Shayna, she becomes useless again.
Like I really
Look
believe
at Tamina with her special outfit you broke out for this WrestleMania.
I think Tamina could beat my ass pretty easily.
She could beat my ass for sure. I'm not even. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
I actually like Tamina's outfit. It's better than what she's been coming out to the ring with.
Very,
Yeah.
very much so.
Trying to make herself look a little bit more feminine.
I could have just made a very bad joke there, but I won't.
Well, at
Yeah,
this
let's not
point, you
do
might
that.
as well, Pat.
Oh my God. So it's not the proper day and age for that joke. So where's Ruby? Is she? Oh, there she is.
I mean, I think whoever wins this match is going to win tomorrow night. So
That was an interesting exchange. Oh, another tag team move. Oh, that was terrible though. That was terribly executed. That tag team move.
we have some tag team moves going on in this match.
The Riot Squad's really trying to do it. They did too good on the first 2 that they did, but that last one was not so good.
Interesting.
Yeah, that one where she tried to send her into the ropes, like off a monkey flip thingy. Yeah, that did not work well.
It was a good idea.
It's hard because there's a lot of timing that goes into it to make it look like she actually got flung
Bless
forward.
you.
Well, thank you. I bless you too.
That doesn't work. You can't really like throw your partner into your opponent the way they were trying to like that.
Oh wow, are we paying tribute to the fam?
Ooh, are we gonna get a heart attack?
Yes, we're paying tribute to the fam.
Okay, slow down. I'm not there yet.
Yeah, really. Yeah, really. Goddamn, I'm not there.
And Natalia, no offense, Natalia's upper body looks very huge too in that outfit that she's got on.
Very, very much so.
Ooh.
Oh, Tamina gets to finish her off. You want the super fly? Come on, pay homage to your dad. Put the fingers up. She doesn't do it as good as her
Only
dad.
way to
did.
do it.
Well, they did.
I got this one right.
Natalia, of course, though, it's funny. She did the Brett portion of the heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
Joe, you told me like 2 months ago that Natalia and Tamina were going to win the tag belts.
I believe they will.
Yeah, tomorrow night.
I still believe they will.
For some reason in the last year, Joe's had his finger on the pulse of the women's tag division because he also called Nia and Shayna being put together and winning the tag belts. So I kind of, whenever Joe makes predictions about the women's tag division, I tend to listen right now.
Joe,
in
the women's tag division.
All right.
I have an inside source.
All right, Pat, hit us with some
10
knowledge.
worst.
Well, I got the 25 worst, so we'll go through the first half of this list. So the 25 worst matches in WrestleMania history, according to Cultaholic, Part 1, starts at number 359. Ashley and Maria versus Beth Phoenix and Melina in a Playboy Bunny Mania Lumberjill match at WrestleMania 24.
Enough said.
That was bad.
Number 360, Kane versus the Great Khali, WrestleMania 23.
Enough said.
Number 361, David Sammartino versus Brutus Beefcake, WrestleMania.
Don't really remember that.
Number 362, Greg the Hammer Valentine versus Earthquake, WrestleMania 7. Number 363, Hacksaw Jim Duggan versus Bad News Brown, WrestleMania 5. Number 364, Uncle Elmer versus Adorable Adrian Adonis, WrestleMania 2. Number 365, Owen Hart versus Skinner, WrestleMania 8. Number 366, the Bushwhackers versus the Fabulous Rougeau Brothers, WrestleMania 5. Number 367, Tori Wilson versus Candice Michelle in a Playboy pillow fight at WrestleMania 22.
Enough said there.
Yeah. Number 368, Earthquake versus Atom Bomb, WrestleMania 10.
Earthquake's on the list twice. That's not good.
Number 3, well, that Earthquake Atom Bomb match was like 30 seconds, Number 369, Beth Phoenix, Eve Torres, Gail Kim, Kelly Kelly, and Mickey James versus Alicia Fox, Layla, Maurice, Michelle, and Vicky Guerrero at WrestleMania 26.
Oh, that's enough said there.
Well, you had the best one in there. You had Alicia Fox in there, so it's not going to be good.
And just so you know, Vicky Guerrero is undefeated at WrestleMania.
Yes,
burn it down.
Number 370, Corporal Kirshner versus Nikolai Volkov in a flag match at WrestleMania 2. Now, the stipulation of, if you will, of that match was not that you had to do something with your flag to win the match. It was that if you won the match, you got to display your flag. So, yeah. And to close out this list for right now, number 371, Chavo Guerrero versus Kane for the ECW title at WrestleMania 24, a match that I believe lasted 7 seconds.
I paused for a couple seconds there, Joe, to kind of back up to you. And
mine paused. I didn't do it, but mine paused too.
I will be blatantly honest with you. Seth Rollins' gimmick ain't doing it for me. The whole Messiah thing. I mean, just because he looks like Jesus, doesn't mean he is Jesus.
His thing is more like embrace the vision, though. He's not really necessarily the Messiah now. He's just it's embrace the vision.
Well, it's the same general thing. I don't know. I just don't think it really works. The problem is, of course, like I think we came to the conclusion he had gotten boring as a face too. So
Oh, he's not a face though. So
No, I mean like before, like when they turned him heel.
I mean he is not as entertaining as the face. He's much better as a heel. I mean he's
Oh, good. My sister's flight landed. Yay.
Hooray!
He's here. This is the second year in a row he's giving somebody their WrestleMania moment. So,
Well, not if he wins.
he's not going to win. Cesaro needs this more than anybody on their roster. So,
That was awesome.
what they paid for by Seth Rollins?
Yeah.
I don't think that Rollins. I think that this whole thing is happening because Rollins wanted to put Cesaro over at WrestleMania. So,
Well, Cesaro is one of the most underrated freaking people on this roster.
so
Like, he's pretty decent on the mic. He's always been good in the ring. And WWE, like, Vince and them, had just fucking shit on him completely all the time.
Rollins has already had his WrestleMania moment, so he gave Kevin Owens his last year. He doesn't need to win here. It doesn't hurt Rollins if he loses.
I mean, no offense, he got so fucked up in a match where he had his teeth drove into his fucking face and continued to wrestle the match.
Yes, Cesaro swung Rollins a ton.
The Swiss cyborg.
What's with this like Matrix meets Superman meets Star Wars effect here?
I feel like this could be the match of the night tonight. So
He's a great leader of men. I believe that. I would
like
be led
Rollins.
by Seth Rollins.
I like Rollins' tights. It says "Embrace the Vision" with his face on the side.
You like the picture of him on his ass?
It's on his side, not really his ass.
What are we saying? He's wearing a Rick Rude-esque tights?
Not quite.
No, because it's a picture of himself, not somebody else.
Yeah, Rick Rude had a picture of himself.
I thought Rude had pictures of himself.
No, Velveteen in NXT was the person that was Rick Rude. So if you've not seen Velveteen, that was Rick Rude all over again.
But Rick Rude definitely had tights with himself on him.
Yeah, but because I've seen Velveteen, this is not close to Rick.
No,
Rude.
no, absolutely.
Velveteen was Rick Rude, the second coming.
Yeah, but then Velveteen started putting his opponents on his pants instead.
Yes, yeah, and then he did start putting his opponents on his pants. And then he started talking to 15-year-old girls, and we haven't seen him since. So
15-year-old boys.
Yep.
15-year-old boys, I'm sorry.
Because he's going where he belongs, in the fucking jail.
He's in the jailhouse now. He's in the jailhouse now.
Probably getting what he was going to try and give to that 15-year-old boy, that freaking weirdo.
In Jailhouse Rock, okay.
Buckle bomb.
I thought that move was illegal.
Finn Balor's favorite maneuver.
Yeah.
The move.
Here, let me dislocate your shoulder for you.
Yes, the move they gave us Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho. So that was the greatest thing Seth Rollins has ever done.
I'm surprised they even allowed him to continue to do that after he injured him.
They said no for a while, and then they started letting him do it again.
I think they should bring back the pile driver.
Well, I mean, they do the pile driver on AEW.
I'm talking about on WWE. They need to bring.
They're
it
not
back.
going to bring it back.
I know, because they're a bunch of freaking wimps.
Well, they also, in Kane's book, he said he was talking about when he had to do the tombstone to Linda, and he said that Vince was so mad backstage because the cameraman got the wrong view of it. So you could see how far her head was in the camera. It was supposed to be a different angle that they showed.
Mm-hmm.
Kane said Vince, when he walked backstage, Vince was livid, stomping around, yelling at people, said Kane just got away from him.
Oh, that was kind of a ref bump, but not really. Oh, we got a third viewer. We just want to give a shout out to all you that are joining us tonight.
What's the third viewer's name?
No idea. I can't see him unless they interact with us on the chat.
Okay.
That's a silly name.
What, the third viewer?
No idea.
But if you are out there and you're watching us, we'd love for you guys to interact with us on the chat so we can get your thoughts on what you're thinking about WrestleMania Part 1 of this 2-night extravaganza. If
Do you know the
call it
names of any of our viewers, or you can't see any of the names?
I can't see the names of any of our viewers.
Okay.
It could be different tomorrow when we go live on Facebook. Normally you can see the people who are watching, and you can call out and say hi and stuff like that.
Okay.
So that'll be a little bit different experience because we will be live again on Facebook tomorrow as we cover part 2 of the WWE WrestleMania extravaganza. I'm going to keep on using that word. I like that word, extravaganza.
The WrestleMania.
Extravaganza.
Only if it fits, though. I don't know if we're going to be calling it that by the end of it.
The WrestleMania hostage situation.
We might be calling it extravaganza. That's it.
It's the hostile takeover, WrestleMania hostile takeover. They're sucking us in for 2 nights, 8 hours of our lives wasted.
Well, we did go to it in attendance and waste 8 hours of our life. So
actually more than that.
At least
that was not by choice, though. I wanted to get up there when about an hour before the regular show started. I was outvoted and told we had to be up there by 4 o'clock.
Well, Joe got there way before us.
Yeah, that was me too.
Oh, okay.
I was with Joe that day.
Yeah, it was me, Pat, and Sakamoto.
Yep.
Swing.
Hey, we got to the front of the line. We weren't that far behind. We had fun.
Oh my goodness, A-Rod's gonna buy the Timberwolves.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
I heard about that.
Interesting. Wonder if he's using some of J-Lo's money.
Somebody else.
Dun, dun, dun. What will you do for a Klondike bar?
Would you kill a guy?
I jump in the ring and possibly get my ass kicked.
Well, you've already done that.
No, I mean at a live event.
Come on, where's my counter on the screen with how many times he swung them?
It's only 10.
The uppercut, the European uppercut.
Cesaro's pretty good at the European uppercut. That's definitely something he's very good at.
Yes, very much so. I agree. And I like the fact that he does it running too a lot of times.
Oh, wow. That was really fucking cool. Zach, you need to see if that was really cool.
So we got, I don't know how far ahead I am of some of you guys, but we got Rollins going up to the top rope, so this ought to be interesting. It's going up to the top rope.
That was badass.
Whoa. That was a nice corkscrew.
Yeah, that was like a corkscrew splash. Holy. All right, Seth pulling out the big guns tonight, too.
It's WrestleMania. Definitely going to do that.
I have never seen him do that before.
And he hit it clean, too.
That was fucking awesome. He needs to do that some more. We need to incorporate that into the...
Got to save the special stuff for WrestleMania. Don't keep on using it and ruin it.
I know, but that's a really cool move, and he's not he doesn't. The curb stop is lame too. There's a lot of guys in WWE whose secondary move is better than their primary feature.
Finn Balor.
Finn Balor. I would say
The neutralizer.
I would say Kofi Kingston because I think the SOS is actually better than Trouble in Paradise. So Sami
Good
Zayn.
match.
Sami Zayn, the Blue Thunder Bomb is better than the Hell of a Kick. So
Yeah, so far this match is delivered just like we kind of thought it would. There's good transitions, but you have, and this is the different. You have two guys that understand how to put a match together and can really wrestle it too.
right, and that's why the expectation that pedigree. But that's where you have the potential for the best matches to come when you have guys like this in the ring.
Well, that was a good exchange. I like that exchange into that. That was good. That was it. That was a good exchange up into the pedigree. That was really nice.
Getting a little bit of throwback to old Rollins with the pedigree.
Yeah, when when Triple H said yes, you can move that move. I'll let you use that move.
I'll let you have it.
I survived. I am a god. Oh my god.
Rollins is another guy. Ooh, that was good. Rollins is another guy who's really good at talking trash in the ring during the match. So
Yeah, he is.
Kevin Owens and Adam Cole are also both very good at that.
And you know where Kevin Owens got that from? Stone Cold. Because he had a Well, he admits to having a conversation with Stone Cold, and Stone Cold said, "Just keep talking when you're in the ring. Just keep talking when you're in the ring." And he always does. He's always saying something, whether you can hear him say it or not. He's always saying something.
Oh, we're gonna do a different kind of swing.
Well, that was a cool exchange.
Wow, that was neat. That was cool.
Ooh, a helicopter.
Yeah.
Oh, with no arms. What the hell?
He stops holding him. That was cool, right?
Wow.
It's more swinging. That's why he didn't swing him enough the first time.
That was cool.
I think Pat saw it through
awesome.
Pat saw it through his closed eyes there for a second.
Well,
Pat, you can't fall asleep on the podcast, man.
Yes, I can.
he is notorious for falling asleep at WrestleMania.
He's got to keep his WrestleMania tradition up.
For all those watching now or listening later, our friend Darth Pat has a tendency to get a little sleepy during WrestleMania.
Good night.
That's what happens when you don't sleep well.
Ooh, 23 swings this time.
Could have been
I want the
longer.
swing counter to verify that. Ooh, I like the pin. He's got his nuts on his face.
Well, Cesaro wins.
You
That
called
match
it,
could have
AJ.
been longer.
The first two could have been shorter.
Yeah, the first two could have been shorter, so this could be longer.
Yeah.
Because that match was pretty fantastic.
Yep.
There was multiple cool things in that match, not just one. We saw a couple of cool things in that match.
That was a really good match.
So there's what you're trying to beat for match of the night tonight.
Yeah.
Well, props to Seth Rollins for putting him over.
Well, I said he did it to Owens last year, so I figured he was going to do it. I figured that the whole storyline, I have a feeling Rollins backstage politicked and said, I want to be in a program with Cesaro because I'm going to try to put him over. I felt like this was Rollins doing up from the start. Because Rollins is definitely one of those guys who is supposed to be a really good person backstage, and he's not a guy that politics for himself, and he's not a douchebag. So,
Well, it's one of those things. I mean, Rollins, if you want to think about it this way, Rollins has been on top or in the main event kind of picture pretty much since the time that even with
the Shield, they were relevant. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's always been in the top card, always in the limelight, where people like Cesaro haven't always. Very rarely has Cesaro been in the limelight. Most of his career, that relevant career, you could say, was as a tag team with Sheamus.
There's Joe's favorite announcer.
Yeah, I know. But
tripping so he falls flat on his face.
This is the one where we got to try to get Joe to give credit where credit is due, and let him at least admit Corey Graves is a pretty damn good announcer.
He is. I don't like him when Carmella's out there. He drives me nuts with Carmella because he overdoes that part of it. I think.
You want me to admit what now?
Like Corey Graves is a pretty good announcer.
I'll get back to you on that one.
Yeah, I figured. Uh-oh.
No, you will do as we say.
No, it was the Usos night. He won the Andre Memorial. Who cares? It's a fucking farce.
All right. Finishing off the worst matches in WrestleMania history.
Okay, good.
According to Cultaholic. Number 372. The Cat versus Terry Runnels in a cat fight at WrestleMania 2000.
I remember that match.
With special referee Val Venus. And funny trivia about that match, it was the only singles match at that WrestleMania. Every other match was a tag team, a triple threat, a fatal.
Okay, so that's the trivia question that I got right that you asked us once, right?
Yeah, I think so. Number 373, the Fabulous Moolah versus Velvet McIntyre for the women's title at WrestleMania 2.
That's a sweet ponytail that Dolph Ziggler's rocking.
It's awesome. He's got like this old school Macho Man glasses from one of his commercials. I love it. I love these guys.
Number 374, Sable and Tori Wilson versus Miss Jackie and Stacy Keibler in a Playboy evening gown match at WrestleMania 20.
Why are there Playboy matches popping up in the bottom 25 prevalently?
Yeah, I was going to say that. So we had a bunch of those.
I wonder why.
Number 375, The Big Show versus Akibono in a sumo match at WrestleMania 21.
Oh my God, that was
horrendous.
Bad. So bad.
Horrible.
I like the jewels in his hair too. He's got freaking jewels in his hair. That's awesome.
Ziggler's awesome.
Number 376, Mr. T versus Roddy Piper in a boxing match at WrestleMania 2.
That was another bad decision.
Really?
What are you reallying?
Because you're not even wrestling tonight. Get your ass in the back.
I see what you mean. Okay, I got you.
You're not even wrestling tonight. Shut your fat mouth and go to the back.
Bring his boys up.
Hey, he's gotta introduce his boys.
I mean, he doesn't have to, so.
No, he doesn't, but
Vince wants him to, so go out there and do your show, monkey.
Jesus, I don't even like tomorrow night. I don't even know who to root for when Apollo Crews and Big E fight because I hate both of them equally.
Oh yeah, we get to see the most racist gimmick ever.
Yes, we get to see the Nigerian drum match tomorrow night.
Yes, we get to
I'm
see
going
the.
to give that match a different name tomorrow night, but I'm not spoiling it tonight.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, while Big E's doing his spiel, at least on my screen. Number 377, Sable versus Tori for the women's title at WrestleMania 15. Not Tori Wilson, but DX Tori. So
Mhm.
number 378, The Rock versus Eric Rowan at WrestleMania 32.
Oh man, poor Rock. He had to do that match. So bad.
You didn't have to. Number
And that
three,
was the last match The Rock wrestled in, correct?
Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah. Number 379, the Miss WrestleMania Battle Royal at WrestleMania 25. I'd give you the full list of participants, but that'll take too long. Just know, of course, this was the one that was won by
Santina?
Morella.
Yeah. It's my
Hmm.
twin sister.
And a part of all of us died.
Yes.
Number
Indeed.
380, Jerry the King Lawler versus Michael Cole with special referee Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania 27.
And if I remember correctly, Stone Cold stunned all of them in that match.
Pretty sure he did. That's
Who cares?
and of course, that was Jerry Lawler's only WrestleMania match. Number 381, The Undertaker versus Giant. Number 382, The Red Rooster versus Bobby the Brain Heenan at WrestleMania 5.
Oh, jeez.
So Taco Fall doesn't even look like he's going to wrestle.
What? Taco who?
There's a guy that plays for the Boston Celtics that looks like Omos, so I call him Taco Fall.
And just to give you some context as to why the Red Rooster versus Bobby Heenan at WrestleMania 5 was ranked second worst. Well, after the Red Rooster beat a hobbled Bobby Heenan, who had been assaulted earlier in the night by the Ultimate Warrior, the Red Rooster then got beat up by the Brooklyn Brawler. Yes, the Brawler. And number 383, the worst match in WrestleMania history. Yokozuna versus Hulk Hogan for the WWE title at WrestleMania 9.
Awesome. Bret Hart was so pissed that happened.
He was 100% pissed that night.
Because freaking stupid ass Hogan went back into the back and fucking opened his big fat mouth. And that's how that whole shit happened.
I will be completely honest. At the time, I was 12 years old.
So
I was the biggest Hulkamaniac. He had been gone for a year, and I felt like I just wasn't into it as much without him there. I thought it was awesome that he won the title.
Oh yeah, when it happened back then, yes, I agree. I was just like yourself. But now that I know what actually happened and the fact that Hulk Hogan was politicking for himself in the back, it's like you're a giant dick.
When you know the hows and the whys and everything, yeah.
I was not happy that night either.
Yeah, it was bad in retrospect. It was bad, and then it was bad, and then it got worse.
So I was not happy that night, like you two. I was not happy about that. So I already hated Hogan at that point. So
this match I'm intrigued by, but like AJ just said, he's not. That's what he's gonna wrestle in.
There's almost no chance that he's a coordinated guy that can wrestle.
He's just too tall, you know. I don't want to make the Giant Gonzalez comparison here, but it's like, unfortunately,
Or Great Khali.
That's kind of where your mind goes.
Well, it's gonna be interesting. I'm very interested because I want to hear if there's somebody makes the giant redwood tree, analogy. It's like trying to chop down a redwood, when they're picking them in the leg or some shit like that.
I'm not really listening to what the announcers are saying.
I'm not either. So I mean,
I'd rather listen to myself.
I think AJ, I think Taco and AJ are winning this match. So
I just feel like AJ has always kind of gotten the short end of the straw come WrestleMania time on a lot of years.
he has, but if he wins tonight, he's a Grand Slam champion, and that still matters. So
he's wearing a very bland outfit, though. This
Yes.
kind of silver and black LA Raiders look, you know.
and he's actually pretty good friends with the New Day off camera. So I have a feeling they said we're gonna do this for him.
See, and the New Day just did a move that doesn't make sense to me because their faces don't trip people.
Yeah,
So-
but they're like,
I did not need to see Kofi twerk.
Yeah,
you
that
did
was
not. Are you sure, Pat?
yeah, that's not necessary.
I mean, Kofi's been twerking for years. Like that's not the first or the last time we're going to see that.
Yeah. Well, the New Day, and the sad thing is the New Day's gimmick. They are not doing anything fresh with it anymore. They're just done. It's blah.
They haven't been
now.
doing anything fresh with it besides changing their outfits for several years.
Because it's hard. It's hard to be. It's hard to be like revolutionary or cutting edge when you're a face in the PG era. You know, it's like think of like the way this is the way that, especially since I've been watching Raws from that era. Think of Shawn Michaels from 1992 to 1994.
Mm-hmm.
And then think of Shawn Michaels when he turned face in 1995 and 1996.
Right.
He had to be like, the traditional white meat baby face and everything.
Right.
So your whole gimmick was basically the lyrics from Hulk Hogan's theme song, fight for what's right, fight for your life. But you couldn't really necessarily be entertaining or anything in terms of like your gimmick. Like you can't you couldn't really be like sarcastic about your opponents and stuff. Like they did the angle where, of course, Bulldog during that time where Bulldog's wife was accusing him of hitting on her and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And like the worst thing that he could say to her was like, "Do not flatter yourself, Mrs. Smith," and shit like that, which is like, oh, well, he really told her. It's just, yeah. I mean, it's like you're limited because of the fact you have to be a goody two shoes. There's only so far you can let him go, and that's one of the weaknesses of the PG era, unfortunately. I think.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is.
If you were to go back and watch like old like Crockett stuff from the '80s. At least even like the faces there, they basically threaten the heels, like Dusty and Magnum and the Road Warriors. They'd be like, you Ric Flair, tell Blanchard, when I get you inside that cage, inside that ring, you are not gonna walk out because I am gonna break your legs, Jack. WWE is never let faces say shit like that, except during the Attitude Era. So. But you listen to Dusty cut a promo on like those guys, and you could tell that he hated them and he wanted to do them harm. So.
Pat, did you, just because Zach is folding his laundry and he held his shirt up, did you like Godzilla versus Kong? Me and Joe, I liked it.
I mean, I liked that they realized that they gave you the title. Okay, they gave you Godzilla versus Kong. But in a lot of ways, there was no point in any of the human characters being there, Now, it was good because they really were, in a lot of ways, developing. That was kind of funny, I guess. Like, they were really trying to give a personality to both Godzilla and Kong, which you had to do. I just felt like it could have been maybe like 10 to 15 minutes longer to give a little bit more development to some of the human characters, because you could have cut Millie Bobby Brown out of the movie entirely, and you wouldn't have really lost anything. But I mean, the obvious reason that she was in it was to provide connection to the last Godzilla movie. So,
Yeah, true.
I mean, I was still entertained. I would still definitely go watch a sequel, depending upon what they decide to do with it. They don't have anything in development now because after King of the Monsters didn't do that great box office wise, I think they were taking a wait and see attitude with this one, and it's done well considering the times and with the pandemic and everything. But obviously, it'll take at least 2 years.
Yeah.
For
Zach said
another.
it's the biggest movie since COVID.
Yeah, it is. But you always got to wonder: is that just because it's something new that's come out since COVID?
It's the big show stepping over the top rope.
But it'll take at least 2 to 3 years before they could get another one in theaters too. But that could also help too, because sometimes when you release sequels too quickly, people get worn out.
Well, this ought to be interesting.
Yep.
Osma, what is it? Osma?
Almost.
Just call him Taco.
Almost got there. Got it.
Taco's
I know I'm going to keep calling him almost.
Because he almost.
He just kicked him in the leg. He looked at him like, really?
Taco works. He does look enough like Taco Paul that it works. So
Taco Supreme.
excuse me.
There's about to be some wrecking going on. Oh my God, Cole.
What the hell? Oh my God. I've been waiting for this.
This is interesting.
Let's let him talk too now.
What was that? Was that a gnat that just landed on my leg?
Darth Pat's like 15 seconds behind us.
Yeah, I am.
Like always, you're a little slow.
Let's see. Kofi just came off the top rope and got his wrist.
Oh yeah, you're way behind.
30 or 45 seconds behind.
Well, maybe I'll try to refresh again after this match is over.
After the disaster that we're calling a match right now.
Almost needs to have his teeth fixed. He's got spaces between his teeth.
He just needs some braces.
That's how he eats his corn. It's the best way. I don't know. I was coming up with something. It didn't make any sense, though.
No, not really.
All right, that was cool. I mean,
maybe he's going for the Michael Strahan look.
He's at least better than Great Khali and Giant Gonzalez at this point. I've seen more out of him than I saw out of either of those two.
He almost fell when AJ Styles jumped off his shoulders, though.
Khali, I remember having 1 or 2 good matches, and I seem to remember that they were both with Cena. Like one was some kind of a gimmick match. I mean, it's kind of impressive. That
his foot is like bigger than Kofi's fucking head.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Dude probably wears a size 22.
Wow. We're not playing games here.
That is a long way down.
Oh, damn. Kofi's like a huge bump with that power slam.
Yeah, we're not messing around here tonight, guys. The belt looks like a toy belt in his hand.
Almost won.
Almost
won.
Yeah, the belt looks like a fucking toy belt in his hand.
Did you just say he almost won?
Yep.
We're gonna play that game.
Give me a bigger belt to put on my shoulder.
We're gonna play that game for
Intelligence does look super small on him.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that belt, son? I got it in aisle 22 of Walmart.
Oh my God, the Ultimate Warrior pen.
It's a good thing he had Kofi Kingston and frickin' Xavier Woods in there selling for him.
That match could have been way worse. Like that match was fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
It was better than the women's tag team turmoil match for sure.
It was
So
actually a good match. I get that one to be.
he did okay.
Yep.
He did a little bit more than I thought he would. So he's
They gave him the right amount of time in the match too. That's the thing. They didn't
they
overdo it.
They can run with this. You can put him in the performance center and teach him some more, and you can run with this. So,
but then who does he fight? He's only got like 2 people to fight. Strowman and who?
AJ on his shoulders.
The only problem is that I eventually see this going to like the Shawn Michaels Diesel route.
yes, probably.
Which I don't know if that'll necessarily be the best thing for this guy or not, but who knows? We'll see.
What is Corbin wearing?
I don't think that helps at all. Screw you, Peacock, for not letting me advance this, you bastards. Yeah. If
He's a hardcore biker.
Did I hear you say Corbin?
Yes.
God,
It's a commercial.
I hope by the time I get it back on, he's not on camera anymore.
It was just a commercial. It was a Snickers commercial where he was dressed up like a hardcore cyclist.
A biker or a cyclist?
He says hardcore biker, but they dress him up as a cyclist. Ooh, the WWE 2K22.
Back after your
which those games, every time they come out and they get reviewed, get terrible reviews. Like they're like, it's so glitchy, it's this, it's that, it's not a good game. Don't buy this. What is with Sasha's makeup? She looks so weird.
All right, let's. It took way too long to get to this train wreck.
Okay, yeah, I'm seeing the 2K commercial now, even after refreshing. So
I'm seeing.
I got a visitor.
I got the weekend on my screen.
I'm seeing a steel cage dropping.
No, I'm seeing a steel cage drop.
Say hi to everybody. All right, you're just gonna come up here. See, there you are. You can just wave.
Fast forward to the bump. That's all we need to
see.
Let's
just fast forward to Shane falling.
Time for bed. Time for bed, buddy. All right, I love you.
I love you too.
Why does he have blood on his teeth in this picture?
Just the Weekend's a vampire, didn't you know? In his halftime show at Super Bowl was, I don't know what the fuck that thing was, that halftime show. I
refused to watch the Super Bowl halftime show in principle. Okay. Here is some trivia.
Ooh, trivia.
Ooh.
Get no more.
Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon
Thank you.
is now going to be only the second regular, if you will, steel cage match in WrestleMania history.
Ooh.
Only the second.
Yes.
What's the first?
Does anybody remember the first
Well,
one?
I know what it is.
Okay, does either Joe or Jeremy remember what the first one was?
Yeah, I know the answer to this.
I wish I could. I want to say Undertaker and Mankind, but I know that's not it.
No, it is not.
It is not.
It's an 80s paper. It's 80s Mania, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
They mentioned it. It was Hulk Hogan and somebody else.
King Kong Bundy.
Yep.
Hulk Hogan and King Kong Bundy at the LA portion of WrestleMania 2.
In the
old
blue
school
steel
blue one.
cage.
Yeah, was the first and only steel cage match at WrestleMania up till now. Any other time they did something wait a minute. Did I just see that right? Shane slimed Braun Strowman?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why?
We're at Nickelodeon.
Okay. But anyway, yeah. Any other time they did anything at WWE at WrestleMania involving a cage,
Hell in a Cell.
It was always a Hell in a Cell. So
yeah. I remember them mentioning that on the pre-show. Somebody was mentioning that. That's the so it kind of came back to me, but I never saw that match. That was too early of a WrestleMania for me. I wasn't watching WrestleManias.
WrestleMania 2 is not a very good WrestleMania.
No,
that's
it's not.
that's a decent enough cage match, but there's nothing special about it.
Well, yeah,
So-
isn't that the one that they filmed from different locations that
Yes.
year? Like they had 4
Yeah,
different
3
locations or some shit
Three
like
different.
that.
They did 4 matches in New York. I believe it was the Nassau Coliseum. They
4 in
did
Chicago,
matches-
Rosemont.
Chicago at the Rosemont Horizon, and then they did 4 matches in LA at the I think of the LA Sports Arena, where they would go back then for WrestleMania 7.
You're gonna get these hands, Darth Pat.
So I actually have a question for you guys, and this is just because we're all I'm asking you guys this not because I want to poke fun at anybody. I'm actually really curious because me and Joe watch more than you guys do. So like there's going to be different answers for this question. So like the only reason I'm asking is because I'm curious to see what variety in the answers there are going to be. So if you woke up tomorrow and you could only watch the matches of 2 wrestlers, 1 tag team and 1 female wrestler that are currently active, who would they be?
Ugh.
Wait. If we could watch matches of only 1 tag team and 1 female wrestler,
And 2 regular singles wrestlers.
oh.
So my
So-
female wrestler would probably have to be Alexa Bliss.
Okay.
My tag team. Ugh.
Like I
Boy,
said, this
it's-
is different because we watch different stuff. So it's going to be different answers. So that's
My-
why, because it's different. There's variety here. So
Man,
I'm just curious. That's once again, that's all of this is.
So what was the criteria? A tag team, 1 male and 1 single?
No,
1
two-
male and 1 female.
Two men singles wrestlers, 1 female wrestler, and 1 tag team.
so I guess my tag team would have to be the Usos. I've always enjoyed their matches.
Okay.
Like in male 2 men's wrestlers. So I'd have to say, and this can be anybody, right? It doesn't have to be.
No, they just have to be
Wrestlers.
active. They have to be active. It
Oh, they
can't
have to be active. Okay,
retired.
so
Technically, John Cena's not retired, so he still counts. So
I'd have to say AJ Styles and somebody else that I could watch continuously.
Zach, that question.
Adam Cole. I could watch him wrestle all day too.
Okay. So Jeremy gave his full Monty.
No, I'll give you the full Monty.
So Joe, do you want to go next or Pat?
PG era. As I hide the poster with my head.
Does one of you 2 want to go next or?
Yeah.
Who got the money?
I'll go. Unfortunately, Jeremy said one of my guys. But
Well, that's
hey.
okay. You're allowed to say the same person. There's nothing wrong with repeating. I'm not.
I
trying
know.
to-
I guess I was just kind of hoping to have variety, but definitely AJ.
I'll give you variety, baby.
Oh, boy.
What you doing
Because
tomorrow night?
Because then I would want to pick somebody who does a different style than AJ. I really think I'd end up going with Roman because I really do feel like he delivers in the ring,
Okay.
and it's a different style than what AJ does. Tag team, I got like an old school type tag team, and in my mind, and a new school type tag team. And I'm having a hard time deciding between the 2.
All right.
The old school type tag team is the Revival, and the new school type tag team is the Street Profits.
Okay.
So I'm not
That's
really
fine.
sure.
If you have a tie, that's fine, Pat. There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with it.
Woman, I like Becky's character, but I don't know if I could watch Becky wrestle constantly.
Can't skip you.
We knew that was coming.
And with Alexa, it's like,
I don't know how much she's going to wrestle going forward.
right. It's like she really hasn't done a lot of wrestling when you come right down to it lately.
Oh, Elias. Oh, here you go.
Who's the dude? Who's the other dude? I haven't seen him before.
Riker,
Jackson Riker.
he's an idiot.
He was part of a 3-man
Yeah, he was part of a
group
3-man
a
group.
while
And one
back.
of the guys in the group said something stupid, and they fired him.
Yeah. He was a little racial.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he said something very stupid. He's lucky he didn't get fired. He should have been fired when you come right down to it.
On our next commercial break in between matches, I will be using the men's room and
Okay.
getting a beer.
Pat's almost done unless you want to start throwing answers out, Joe, or
You know what? Just because I don't want to think about this too hard, take it too much time. I'll just say Becky for my woman.
What's yours, AJ?
Cole, Omega, Bucks, Britt Baker, or Sasha, but Britt's younger, so. And I'm enjoying watching the development of Britt Baker. I think that's part of it for me with her. So the rest of
I'm sorry, go ahead.
the rest of mine was predictable. Like I think anybody I'm friends with could have guessed the rest of that.
I knew you were going to pick the Bucks as your tag team, but yeah. I think what we're hearing there from AJ though is that he really wants to be the third person between Cole and Britt.
Wow.
Be part of that
I don't know how that
three-way.
came out of that, but
He wants to be the baloney in between the bread.
Yes, he does.
His baloney has a first name and it's AJ.
He wants to be the mayonnaise in between the spread between the
mayonnaise.
two of them.
That's why AJ doesn't like mayonnaise, because it resembles his white stuff.
Okay, so
Zach just shook his head.
I don't know if they said, is escape the cage one of the ways to win this match?
Escaping
Yes.
over the top, I think.
Okay.
Escape, over the top, pin, submission.
All right, Joe, what's yours?
This is easy for me. Actually, for one, something that's wrestling related is easy for me.
Yeah, I know. You always think forever.
I know.
It's not a sprint, it's a marathon for me.
I know. This is easy for me. Female, Charlotte. Tag teams, Lucha Brothers. 2 males, Okada and AJ.
Those were all pretty valuable answers. Zach, would you have been able to guess mine?
That's pretty funny that 3 of us picked AJ and the one who didn't is AJ.
Okay, so where
For
did he
me,
get the
AJ and
sheet
Omega could
metal
have been
from?
it could have
Yeah.
been a toss up. I could have picked
Right.
AJ or Omega, either one, but I just went with AJ.
Okay, so I'm a little confused on where he got the sheet metal from. Like, why was there a random piece of sheet metal at the top of the cage?
Au contraire, why wasn't there?
I mean, really, that one's tough for me because there's a lot of guys who I like, so it was hard for me to pick 2 guys. But
We figured you like a lot of guys.
Well, basically, as far as that piece of sheet metal at the top goes, Jeremy, the guy putting the cage together, just kind of left it there like a goon. And
Yeah, just
because
random.
when you look at the cage, you can tell that pieces of sheet metal like that were used heavily in its construction.
Yeah.
The
Just
story you're telling is just fabulous.
Keep going. How far down the rabbit hole can you go with the piece of sheet metal story?
Well, you see, every man who ever wrestled in a steel cage match was asked, hey, how could your steel cage match have been better? And the number one answer from the survey, done Family Feud style, was, well, a piece of random sheet metal, of course.
Survey says.
I think Shane's getting these hands. And a boot.
He's getting a lot of things right now.
Oh, that left knee is damaged after that chair shot.
they said that there was a "This is awesome" chant when Cesaro won.
Cool.
Oh, Shane's keeping up with his tradition. He's wearing Jordans in his match.
Yes, he always does.
I'm sure he's got a whole wall dedicated to Jordans.
He probably does.
When money is no object, it's pretty easy to get your hands on some shoes that nobody else can get.
Very true.
Or if your name is Adam Rarick and you paid attention from the start and got all those shoes back when they were regular price.
Yeah, but even when they were regular price, they were freaking
I
expensive.
know, but
Well, I shouldn't say. To some people, they were not expensive. I always thought Jordans, any shoe over $100 is expensive to me.
I mean, I'm not going to lie to you with regards to that, but the Jordans will be the only shoe I ever pay full price for. Every other shoe I buy is always on sale. Never buy the full price for a pair of shoes.
Shane McMahon is 51. Does that make him the oldest performer at this year's WrestleMania?
Probably.
Probably.
Well, yeah, because last year we had Goldberg, so yeah.
I'm surprised he could still do coast to coast.
Oh,
I mean,
Edge is only 47, so.
the goons are back. Elias has been relegated to goonage.
Yeah, another guy who's never going to be utilized properly.
He can't get over.
Problem is I think he was over, but they didn't know what the hell to do with him.
That
That's
was
true.
lame.
Come on, Shane, we're going to help you. We're going to help you climb the cage.
Yeah, that was kind of lame. I agree, AJ. Let me just run into the cage and I'll bounce guys off of it. Because they've got the grip of a 2-year-old.
How many more matches do we have after this one?
The main event?
Just one more, really?
The main event, two.
Oh.
We got to see Bad Bunny.
Oh yeah, Bad Bunny.
Woo!
We
I'm
gotta
gonna stay open minded for that match, and I will
As
not
am
be
I.
too much of a butthole.
So, like I said, supposedly he really cares about what happens tonight. So
we got to see Bugs Bunny.
That wascally wabbit.
Yeah. What's up, Doc?
Oh, Strowman's got a hold of him.
what the fuck? Oh, we have a reemergence of the toolbox.
Yeah, randomly there's once again randomly the guys constructing the ring and the cage left their tools up there.
We have a reoccurrence. We saw the toolbox a couple nights ago on NXT Takeover Night 2.
Oh, just randomly found a toolbox. I mean, there's one in every corner.
Lawler just said he used the toolbox on that tool, Braun Strowman.
That's funny.
Lawler still has some good comical moments. So this is the way this is going to end. Braun Strowman's not going to pick him up. Oh, he's got his arm through there. Forget it. He's going to. Yep, there we go. Of course.
He had to break something.
Oh, Lord.
Don't put your hand into the tiger cage, Cole, he says.
Yeah,
oh my God.
I mean, that's kind of what it is. Why would you be dumb enough to put your hand back in there?
Of course, Braun's going to break the cage.
I mean, Braun's already thrown Kevin Owens off the top of the cage, so so that's already happened before.
What is Braun Strowman's Tennessee strong, right? Or is it Nashville strong?
Whatever it is, it's stupid. I think it says Nashville strong.
Oh boy, what are we doing?
I don't know. Strowman's got military pants on. I didn't think he was in the military. but okay. Maybe we can call him Corporal Klinger next. Or Corporal Kirshner.
What are we gonna do with good old Shane O'Mac? What kind of?
Well,
bump
let's
are we
not
gonna
kill the
take Shane O'Mac?
51-year-old guy.
I told you.
The thing to me is, why is Shane taking stupid bumps like that?
Like that one's like lame compared to most of the ones he's done. So
yeah, but
like,
that one probably hurt more than any of the other ones because he just flat backed onto the fucking ring from 20 feet up. And we know those rings don't have no fucking give.
well, their rings bouncy as shit.
That's still bouncy or not. That's a bump. Fuck.
Yeah, but we're
Like the
doing
fact
all
that
this
he
for
isn't
that.
concussed would be amazing.
That's why they put Shane and Owens on separate nights. Because we know who's taking the big bump tomorrow night. So
Yeah. Like I get it with Kevin Owens because Kevin Owens is quite a bit younger and has a lot. But Shane doesn't have anything to prove. Like he doesn't. Like
he doesn't. So I don't know why he keeps doing it because he doesn't need to impress anybody.
No.
But he wants to take him. I just don't get it. Oh, pin wins as well. Okay.
That was. I would have been okay if I didn't see that tonight. My life would have been okay.
That was definitely a waste of time. That was like, we got to put Braun Strowman on the card. How do we get him on the card?
No, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah. All right. Now it is my intermission break. I will be back shortly.
Jeremy's going to blow up the bathroom.
I wonder how many cans of spray Jeremy has in his bathroom. how smelly his shits are every time he drops a load.
That's fabulous, Joe.
I wonder if he has like those old school like in like public bathrooms they have like the automatic sprays like hanging on the wall. What if he has one in like each fucking corner? so whenever he leaves, you hear spray, and it all just comes pouring down on top of him. That'd be fabulous.
Wow.
He should invest in one if he doesn't.
That was great, Joe.
Especially when he has guests over and smell that shit. Literally.
What you got for us, Pat? I know Jeremy's missing, but you might as well give us something.
All right.
Yeah, the original gangsters.
So the top 25 best matches, according to Cultaholic, I will do numbers 25 through 21.
Okay.
Number 25. Hulk Hogan versus the Ultimate Warrior, WWF and Intercontinental title match, WrestleMania 6.
Okay. I don't know if that would be in my top 25.
Number 24, Shawn Michaels versus Chris Jericho, WrestleMania 19.
Wow, that's low.
Number 23, The Ultimate Warrior versus Macho King Randy Savage, retirement match, WrestleMania 7.
That one belongs.
Number 22, Daniel Bryan versus Triple H, WrestleMania 30.
Okay.
And number 21, Edge versus The Undertaker, World Heavyweight title match, WrestleMania 24.
See, it's hard for me because some of these matches I've only seen once, maybe twice. So I'd have to like go back and watch these matches to see how good or mediocre or bad they were.
The only one that's iffy to me on that list is Hogan Warrior, but it's 25, so I might have had Jericho and Michaels higher because I think that's the best WrestleMania. So, and I feel like that contributed to that at that WrestleMania, that match. So, Hey, Pat, at the during the Adam Cole Kyle O'Reilly match the other night, Cole knocked the ref out, and the fans started chanting, "You deserve it" to the ref.
Wow. That's
Wow,
kind of harsh.
if he's doing the job that badly,
He was not doing a good job.
He was
I
not
guess-
doing it. Was hilarious because it was, like I said, there wasn't piped in chants, so you got some natural chants out of the crowd, and that was one of them that was pretty entertaining.
oh yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
baby.
you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Out of all the WrestleManias, like we could actually, if this was closer, we could have gotten tickets for this and not sit in the nosebleed seats. That would have been spectacular.
I mean,
That's scary.
Oh God, what are they doing with her? I feel like this is a waste. Well, she's playing heel, so I'm okay with that.
she's plugging. They're doing the Hall of Fame.
I love Braxton's suit. I just do. It's just awesome. The more I look at it.
Why do you keep calling him Braxton?
I don't know.
Because that
Okay.
one girl's name is Kyla Braxton or whatever, but I don't know.
But isn't he talking about Byron Saxton?
Yes, he's talking about Byron Saxon.
Yeah, Saxon. Yeah, Braxton, whatever. I don't know. Maybe she was just on my mind.
I was just
'cause
going
she's
along
more
with it.
attractive than him.
Of course, Joe's mind wandered to the female. With the name close to Saxon. Imagine that. Hey,
Saxon
Jeremy-
Braxton. It's kind of close, I just got confused.
Jeremy, Joe was wondering how many cans you have to spray in the bathroom after you get done shitting. How many cans of air freshener you have in there?
Yeah, how can you have in your bathroom when you take a poopers?
Is this a question everybody had to answer, or just me?
Just you.
Oh, just me. Okay.
Well, you went to the bathroom and AJ says about taking a dump, and I'm like, wow,
I wouldn't be back yet if I was taking a
he has in
dump.
his bathroom.
I would have been back for the main event if I would have had to take a dump.
Then I made the comment. I was like, I wonder if Jeremy has like those old school industrial air fresheners, like on the walls, and then when you take a poop, it smells. It starts spraying out. You have like one in each corner and shit.
No, we actually Jill found this stuff which is very interesting. It's called Eat Sleep Poop. And you actually
I've heard of that.
spray it in the toilet before you go to the bathroom. And then you can also
Interesting.
and you can also spray it after, or you can just spray it after on top, and it literally eliminates the smell. It's kind of crazy.
Interesting.
So, if I remember to, I always spray it before I go. That's the problem. I forget that we have it, so I just sit down and go.
You go, and then she walks in. She's like, Jesus Christ, this motherfucker.
Yeah.
He's spraying again.
I always try, as long as it's not like frigid cold out. I like to open up a window, turn on the fan, and open up a window.
Titus O'Neil the other night said there's no such thing as a bad kid. I disagree with that statement. So
And my wife just text messaged me because she's evidently watching us live, and she goes, "Is this really a conversation you want to have on a live broadcast?"
considering who's on it,
Yes.
it makes sense.
Yes, it is.
The two guys
This
that are
is
in the
what we
middle
do.
of my screen, it makes sense.
And there you go. You heard it from the horse's mouth.
Oh.
Yes, it is.
Oh, man.
I'm going to be honest. I saw who all got inducted, and I thought the inductees were like pretty shitty, except for like a couple.
I mean,
It was-
last year's class was pretty good. I think this year's was kind of dicey, but
This year's class feels like they decided at the last minute, you know what, we really need to have two classes. So
last year's class was efficient.
Oh,
Like,
look, Mike, you got a cool jacket on too tonight. Oh, it's spiffy jackets.
other
Like,
Well,
I'm
we have
sorry,
to have a special
Bradshaw.
one for.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think he deserves it, but he's lame to be in the Hall of Fame. Like, to me, he's lame to be in the Hall of Fame. He gets it because he was with the company for freaking ever.
There's the worst inductees, the Bellas, by far.
And then there's Shatner, which he gets in by default because he's a celebrity. The Bellas, they're lame too. Like they get in just because, once again, they're the Bellas.
I mean, the celebrity wing is not to be taken seriously anymore.
No, you're right.
JBL can still suck my dick because he's still a piece of shit.
Jugen Liger, I that one. See, I don't know enough about him to say anything, so I
he deserves to be in.
I liked the British Bulldogs speech with the bringing the dog out and stuff. I thought it was cool. So
yeah, who did his?
There's a talent right there that
his
WWE
kid.
wasted.
His kid.
Yeah,
his kid wrestled for WWE for a little bit and then was like gone.
Yes, there's Scott Hall walking as slow as possible.
Well, they didn't get to that part for me yet.
Yep, I'm a little bit. Oh, here we go. Now we're getting to see it.
Of course, the NWOs could get the special entrance.
Yeah, Scott Hall
is walking slow as shit.
Man, he almost like stumbled too. Like that's.
Yeah.
Titus O'Neil proudly displaying an award with a guy's logo on it who didn't give a shit about anybody else but himself.
It still upsets me. I don't want to say it upsets me, but it's Scott Hall got some MWO Nikes on. That's cool. It still kind of pisses me off that Bischoff wasn't inducted with these guys. You don't induct a guy who was the originator of this fucking thing.
But they said if it would have happened last year, they were going to do a special thing with him and call him out and stuff. But obviously they couldn't do that. So they said that was planned, that he was going to get inducted with them last year if they would have done it. I read that was some kind of thing that they had worked out, but obviously they couldn't do that because they didn't do it last year. So
they still could have done it this year.
I remember how pissed off Tony Schiavone was on his podcast when he heard that like they were doing the NWO as an inductee and Bischoff wasn't part of it. He thought that was completely disrespectful to Bischoff.
So my feed just went to a circle of buffering.
Awesome.
Oh, wow.
Now it's back.
So
for about 6-7
Pat,
seconds.
what else you got for us? Give us 20.
I got to say, since I had access a little earlier, thanks to somebody who will remain anonymous, so we don't get anybody in trouble. I watched an episode of the new Saved by the Bell. I was not impressed. I must say, I was not.
I watched one episode and that was it. I did.
All right, Darth Pat.
I did watch the Punky Brewster show, but I didn't do Saved by the Bell.
All right, numbers 20 through 16. Number 20, the Dudley Boys versus Edge and Christian versus the Hardy Boys Triangle Ladder Match, WrestleMania 2000.
Mm-hmm.
Number 19, Razor Ramon versus Shawn Michaels Intercontinental Title Ladder Match, WrestleMania 10.
So far, 2 ladder matches.
Number 18, Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock, WrestleMania 19.
Okay.
Number 17, Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston, WWE title match, WrestleMania 35. And number 16, Kurt Angle versus Brock Lesnar, WWE title match, WrestleMania 19.
That's low. That's a little lower than I would have probably put that one, but
so
interesting.
But I think all of those probably belong in that. I would probably put Kofi and Daniel Bryan right with the Ultimate Warrior and Hogan, but
well, that's a personal bias. So
you didn't watch the match either, did you?
Yeah, I know.
I went back and watched it at my house, so I didn't watch it live. But my opinion of those two guys is probably never going to change. So
right, so it's hard to watch a match and give it its due credit when you don't like either contestant.
No, but I can usually do that still. So I don't think that match is as good as everybody thinks it was. It's just because fucking Kofi won and the fucking place was going ape shit for Kofi. Fuck that. I don't give a shit. So.
Oh, I didn't care that Kofi won. I just thought it was a really good match. I thought both guys did really well in the ring and put on a really good show.
Oh, somebody,
All right.
one of the ears just fell off.
Okay, so next year's WrestleMania is in Dallas.
Yes. Undertaker.
Yep.
So I'm going to make a not so bold prediction.
Okay.
The headline Hall of Fame member next year will either be The Undertaker
Or Shawn Michaels.
or
no.
Batista.
I think it's going to be Undertaker. So,
Well, I mean, Batista, of course, was supposed to go in last year, was still going to go in this year, but then like his schedule wouldn't allow it. So if his schedule allows it next year, something would
Bunch
tell
of
me
ears fell off the bunny heads.
something would tell me that they would do it then. But at the same time, it's like, Undertaker is from Texas, so that would really kind of be the best thing to just
So which one's the bad bunny?
get it out of the way. Then finally, oh my God, what the hell are? They got some cheap ass bunny heads
This
here.
is so random.
Nightmare.
We got a bunch of genetic mutation freak
Where's
bunnies.
my Easter eggs at?
They're all like holding on to their heads too, which is troubling. Well, you know what they say, when you see a bunch of bunnies hopping around in the ring and you haven't done drugs, maybe it's time to start doing them.
Very true.
hey, Pat, why don't you,
This is
Since we're
awesome that Miz and
doing-
Morrison came out like this.
since we're doing nothing now, Pat, why don't you give us 15 through 11 too?
All right, number 15, The Undertaker versus CM Punk, WrestleMania 29.
Good match.
Number 14, Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. WWE
Terrible match.
title WrestleMania 31.
That
No,
match shouldn't be
that belongs that belongs on there.
Number 13, Macho Man Randy Savage versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat
Okay.
Intercontinental title match, WrestleMania 3.
That's definitely lower than that should be for sure.
Number
It's
12,
definitely
Ric Flair versus Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 24. Which, of course, was Flair's retirement match.
Mm-hmm.
And number 11, Bret the Hitman Hart versus Owen Hart, WrestleMania 10.
Okay. Savage
Year
and
of the bunny.
Savage and Steamboat is way lower. That should be in the top 5. I'm curious to see what's above it that shouldn't be above it now. Because even Joe said something too. Even Joe agreed with me that match is lower than it should be. So,
Yeah, match is way lower than it should be.
Well, this is interesting. I don't know. I'm not enthralled by a celebrity like this being in a WrestleMania match.
oh, Michaels versus Flair was on there. Michaels versus Jericho. Michaels versus Scott Hall. Those were the 3 of his on there so far, Pat.
Michaels, Jericho,
Michaels
Razor,
Michaels Flair.
and Michaels Flair. Yes.
He's going to have 5 matches in the top 10 then.
Three,
Because you said he had 8.
4. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Oh, this whole. Do we really need to see
I-
this video package? Like, honestly,
He doesn't
No.
actually have 8. He
He
actually
has
only
7. So he's got 4 in the top 10. I mean, that's still what I would have expected. So
yeah.
2 of them might be against the same person.
Who the hell do you think you are?
I know which ones it's going to be. It's going to be Brett, both matches with the Undertaker, and then Shawn Angle, probably. So
All right. I'll be back. I need to go stand up.
hey, hop, hop. This song is very interesting that they did.
I mean, obviously it's kind of corny and lame, but it's still hilarious to me for them to make fun of Bad Bunny this way.
Oh man.
When Miz hit him with the guitar, it was pretty bad. Like it looked like it was like a Hulk Hogan chair shot. Bad Bunny didn't mess around when he hit the Miz, but the Miz like took it easy. I'm sure Bad Bunny's agent's like, be careful.
Yeah.
Probably.
Vince loves ruining expensive cars.
Yeah, wasting money on shit like that.
Wow, Bugatti. That's that's ridiculously expensive.
Well, yeah, and then the next day, Maurice like posted a picture of their Bugatti. I guess theirs is like blue.
That's such a nice car too.
Mm-hmm. I think Bugatti started $100,000.
Way higher than that.
Way higher than that. Yeah. See, I don't know. I'm not a car guy by any means. Especially new cars. Like I prefer the old muscle cars, but I know Bugattis are expensive as hell. But that's one thing I've never like some people are into cars and like really have to have like that expensive car. And I've never been that way. Like I've always like, I like to have a nice car, but I've never been one that's like got to have like that showpiece car. Like I got to have something super expensive and to be flashy or flare. It's like, that's not the way I want to spend my money. Like I got other ways I'd rather spend my money.
I get it.
And it's not to say that I don't like them. I definitely love them. And if I had that kind of money, like if I had disposable income of that amount, I definitely have a car like that for sure. But
so I don't know what version Bugatti that was. I really couldn't tell. Mm-hmm. But the cheaper Bugattis, you're looking at like 1 million.
Really? Damn, yeah. I was like 100,000, 10 times too low.
And that's 100 million. That's $1 million probably for a used Bugatti on top of it.
You gonna come in on the truck?
Damn.
Yeah, those cars get expensive.
He's stealing Becky's thunder. That's fine. Bring Bad Bunny in on the truck. That's better than Becky. Anybody's better than Becky at this point. So
this is interesting.
Damian Priest got a new color look.
Yeah, I don't know if I really like the chain thing that he was wearing now. I must say, Damian Priest did impress me during the Royal Rumble when we watched the Royal Rumble. So I give him his credit now. I know when he first came out, I was like, who the hell is this guy and why is he here?
I'm not a fan of Priest, so I think he's mediocre. And the only time I've ever seen him in a good match is with Johnny Gargano, and you can't judge somebody then because Gargano has good matches with everybody. So the jury's still out on Priest for me.
So yeah, I've seen Priest on other promotions too. I've watched a lot of his other matches.
Oh my God, has this match not even started yet?
No.
Bad Bunny came out on the truck.
Do you got cookies to go with that milk there, dear Pat?
No, I got cookies.
That's what I fucking asked you.
He just asked you that.
He did. He actually asked you, do you have cookies to go with that milk?
Yes, I know. I heard him.
Oh.
Fucking ass.
He was just being an ass. That's okay. I get it.
Pat, it was.
And here's a kiss for
you,
you, Pat.
He's a dunker. Oh, he's dunking.
It was funny during the week when Jeremy was like 7 right. And you're like, no, 6 left. And Jeremy flipped you off.
That was funny.
All right, Bad Bunny. It's put up or
Can we
shut
get-
up time.
We need to get the hell in the ring and get this fucking match started. Shit, this is more freaking entrance than any match. This match is gonna be like 5 fucking minutes long.
Are we lingering more in the Shaq territory here or the Pat McAfee territory? That's what we're about to find out. So
Hey, Bad Bunny stole my ring jacket.
I mean, your ring jacket. It looks like Viscera's ring jacket.
Yeah.
that's pretty good, Pat.
Big Daddy V.
Big Daddy V was nasty. He used to have the fucking straps and his fucking titties were that was gross.
It was freaking awesome. What are you talking about?
If you like seeing big man titties flopping around, it was awesome.
Well, that's how you know he was a big daddy. I don't know what that means.
I don't know either. I think we should try and get Pat in a singlet.
I love Morrison's hair. I'm growing
know,
my
it's
hair
awesome.
again, so when my hair's that long, I'm fucking doing my hair like that.
Sweet, Joe. Joe's gonna have a mullet.
He doesn't have them all. He
don't
just has
care.
a slick back on the sides.
He does.
I did actually wear a singlet like that once, and
When was this, Pat?
within about 5 minutes of having it on, I started to sound like Andre the Giant too.
Oh my god! Get in the ring! Come on!
What's
Yeah,
the,
get him in the ring. I wanna see what this
2032?
boy
What the
can
hell's
do.
the 2032 thing?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know
Alright.
enough about him.
Is that
If
what-
if anybody who's watching this knows anything about Bud Bunny, we want to know what 2032 means, because
Is that when he's running for president?
maybe
Against Dwayne Johnson.
He's gonna lose if he's going against Dwayne Johnson.
I have to tell you, but I don't think I could vote for The Rock.
Let's see if he even does it. I wouldn't
I
be
could.
surprised if he does.
Well,
All right, let's see how this match goes.
Here we go. We got Miz who's got a supercell. Supercell it. Come on.
Supercell for the celebrity. I mean, Miz is one of their established in-ring veterans, so I mean, he's one of the guys you would put in a match like this. So,
Imagine saying that 15 years ago.
right when he was reading off his hand,
It messed up it. It
Yeah.
messed it up anyways.
Couldn't do it.
the Miz has definitely come a long way. He's definitely come a long way from that day. The only two-time Grand Slam champion. I don't think anybody would have guessed that with him.
Well, and it's amazing because there was a period in time where nobody cared about the Miz. There was probably a good 2-year period during WWE that nobody actually cared. He was
album?
like irrelevant.
That's the name of his album.
Oh,
Oh, that's 2032.
so it's just amazing that he was able to persevere through that and now become relevant over the last couple of years again.
When he got in the tag team with Morrison, that's like that helped. Like that's when it all started going in the other direction. Like that was the first really good thing that happened to him and Morrison. So please don't have Booker T get involved in this match.
Why
Oh,
not?
he is. He is.
I want to see a spin-a-rooney, baby. Come
I
on,
don't.
spin-a-rooney. Shaking his hand 5 times.
He's gonna get in at some point, I think. Maybe not during the match, but something might happen for after.
Good job, Miz, of helping Bad Bunny get all the way around there, buddy.
All right, he did the drop toe hold right. He did that right.
He's quick.
Yeah.
He's got moves.
He's definitely a little bit gassed, but we all know wrestling shape. There's nothing quite like wrestling shape. So
Nope.
Love
I mean,
Morris is giving him like coaching tips.
So I'm still a little behind because of my pause. So I just saw the toe hold and roll up.
I don't
This
know.
is
I feel like
this
he
is-
missed there. I feel like maybe he was supposed to go out of. Yeah, I
This
feel like
is-
he was supposed to go out there.
yeah, he slipped.
Yeah, I feel like he was definitely supposed to go out of the ring. All right.
Well, this has been interesting that they've had Bad Bunny in for as long as
Well,
they
he's
have.
selling pretty well.
Okay, no, I'm impressed so far.
Yeah, he slips. I think he slipped. Yeah, he definitely slipped at that going out of the ring part.
He's already done better
Oh.
than I thought he was going to. Mhm.
Oh, he did the girly version of the Hurricane Rana. That's fantastic.
You're really cool.
With a bunny hop, he called it. Oh my god. Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm impressed, but it's been better than what I thought it would be. That's for sure.
He's doing good. He's doing good overall.
Yeah, they really need to put Priest in here so we could see some better wrestling. But
He's doing a good job though.
Yeah,
yeah, it's not terrible.
he's done better than Shaq already.
Yeah.
Well, Shaq is one of those people that probably doesn't believe he has to actually try to do good. He can just get in the ring and do good.
I know, but AEW hyped it up that Shaq was going to wrestle, and Shaq said that this was going to be the best celebrity match ever. So when you say dumb shit like that and you don't back it up, then I'm going to make fun of you and rip on you. So
I'm not disagreeing with you on that.
that was AEW's idea to put him in the ring.
Yep. Yeah, it was.
You guys are being stupid about that because all he said was that it was going to be the best celebrity match. He didn't specify when.
Right. Okay.
I mean, he just meant it was going to be the best celebrity match that day.
Sure he did.
You just can't doubt Shaq.
I most certainly can.
I love the fact that you got to love the announcers too, because they really know how to play it up. Cole, I like the fighting this kid. Yeah. Okay.
That's why I'm not listening to the announcers. So I don't feel like I'm missing anything by not listening to them. So
Yes, we're all just sitting here like Jeff Bridges in The Big Lebowski. I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
Oh man, this match has already gone longer than I think it should. I think this match could be over now. Let's get on to the main event.
There's another match after this.
Yes. Yeah, we're going to 11:30 easy.
Yeah, it's because of the weather delay. But,
yeah.
you know, it has not been an especially like it hasn't been a show where you don't notice the time passing. So
Yeah, this is so far I'm giving this pay-per-view a C-. It hasn't been that great.
yeah, I'm definitely like in the C range.
Yeah, I'm in the C range too.
Yeah.
Zachary. Yeah, we're in the C range. I mean, I guess the main event could up it a little bit, but I don't know if I'm going past a C plus. So
I haven't seen enough of Bianca to have an expectation that she would, bring it up that much, but who knows?
I'll give her credit where credit's due. She's good in the ring. Her character, and maybe that's what it's supposed to do, but her character annoys me. Like, that's my issue with her. And if that's what her character's supposed to do, then she's doing a hell of a job with her character. But yeah, that's my hard part with her. Her character just annoys me.
She was part of a group of like 5 or 6 people in NXT, and she was not the best of the group. So the fact that they brought her up instead of Candace or somebody else annoys me. So like, I think there were people that are better than she is. So I think Rhea has way more upside than.
Yeah, I like Rhea Ripley.
I don't even really like Rhea. I just think she has upside. Like, I think that there's something there with her, and I think she's got a unique look. Zach told me, I don't like the hair with Bianca. We think it's disgusting that she like hits people with her hair. We think that's kind of gross. So I'm not a fan of the hair thing. So I think she's overrated at this point. I don't think she's good enough for them to be putting a title on her. So
yeah, it'll be interesting.
If they put the title on Rhea tomorrow night, that's fine. I think that's probably warranted.
Do you think they're going to put the title on Bianca?
Yeah, Bianca's winning tonight. So if Bianca doesn't win, I will be shocked. So, and I was already shocked that the big bald bitch won. So that was enough of a shocker. I don't think they're giving us 2 in the same night. So
yeah,
I think it makes more sense for Sasha to win tonight, and then they drag it out to like SummerSlam, because then you have a feud that has a bigger payoff, because I don't think Bianca's done enough on the main roster to really deserve it, but that's just me. So I don't like her. I didn't like her in NXT. So I think she's kind of copied off Sasha a little bit. I feel like her gimmick is Sasha-y at times, so I don't like that either.
So they're listing Damian Priest at 6'5".
That's about right.
Oh, is he shooting the arrow? The arrow heaven? The heaven arrow?
We saw another choke slam. I hate the choke slam so much. It's such a terrible move. Like, all these guys do these like moves that were finishers 10 years ago just as regular moves in matches now.
That's what it's regulated to anymore.
Well, I like the fact that he does it a little bit different. He kind of lays out too.
Yeah, Bad Bunny just did like a Falcon Arrow.
Yeah.
Interesting. That was pretty good. I was actually impressed by that move.
Well, yeah, I've seen Priest do that.
No, I mean by Bad Bunny being able to do that.
Doing the Falcon Arrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing good.
We already saw him do this though at the Royal or whatever, so he did better this time. He didn't almost slip like he did last time.
Bunnies fly. Yeah, when pigs fucking fly. Oh, well, a bunny did.
I'm going to take off when this match is over so I can get home before the main event starts.
Yeah, this match has gone way longer than it needs to now at this point in time.
Yeah, I'm surprised the match has gone this long.
any match with a celebrity, regardless of who that celebrity is, it should be a max of like 10 minutes.
Okay. He just did a Canadian destroyer.
Oh, they haven't gotten to that part yet.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh, I guess I have something to look forward to now.
Destroyer. I don't care. Like he should be doing that.
Miz is terrified. Even Priest is in shock.
I want them to show that again because it was.
I just saw the Canadian Destroyer outside now. Considering that it was all Johnny Morrison, but yeah, that move is always usually the second
whatever.
guy. No, that's fine. I'm just saying that move is always usually more on the second guy.
All right,
That's
so
cool that you
Bad
let
Bunny and Damian Priest win, huh?
That match exceeded my expectations.
Yes. Very happy with that match.
Yeah, I'm really
That match was
definitely
better
behind
than
now.
half the matches tonight.
Yep. Yeah. Like, maybe the second best match tonight.
Probably 10 seconds
Well, I'll
behind you.
walk.
Hey, Bad Bunny did good.
Yeah, he did. That wasn't Pat McAfee, but it was definitely closer to that than Shaq for sure.
All right. I paused for 10 seconds just to kind of. I was surprised you're watching on your PlayStation. Don't you have a smart TV there, AJ? Oh, he walked away and isn't going to talk to us now.
You pissed him off, man.
I know. I think it was Joe. Though, talking about the Canadian Destroyer.
Yeah, probably.
Did I hear Booker refer to it as a bunny destroyer?
Probably.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I only just saw the pin, so
Oh yeah, you're pretty far behind.
because my thing lagged up on me a few minutes ago. He just keeps going and going and going. Nothing outlasts the Energizer Bunny.
My biggest thing though with like Miz and Morrison is I get they want to put people over, but I think at a certain point when you do it too much, you kind of ruin yourselves as your own gimmick and your own tag team and whatnot.
Well, yeah, you got to take yourself seriously. Like you can't just be about, oh, we're gonna let everybody beat us. You guys got to win some fucking time. Like you can't be all a comedy act.
Real quick, back to the supercar, the Bugatti thing. This is gonna blow your mind.
Oh boy.
So Bugatti has 5 versions. They have 5 models, right?
Okay.
Their most popular model is the Shenron. It comes in, your basic Shenron. They have like special edition Shenrons. Chiron, I should say, for saying it wrong. Think of Dragon Ball Z, Chiron. But the cheapest one's around 1.92 million, and their most expensive one is 12 million.
$12 million for a fucking car.
Yeah. So the Veyron goes for around 192. The Chiron goes for about 3, and the Devo is about 5.5 million. And the other two, one's 8.6 and the other one's 12. I don't know how to pronounce them shit because they're all
It's Italian,
whatever shit.
Yeah, super Italian in names. Like I don't get it. Like,
and they all go 230 miles an hour faster. They can all go over 230.
I mean, that's
insane. This car,
like, that's impressive. Like how fast they can go. But here's the thing, like, what I don't get is how can any car dealer, okay, any car manufacturer, legitimize the fact that their car is a $12 million car? Like, what does that car have on it that it's made out of, or does that makes it worth $12 million? Besides just the name, okay, we know it's a Bugatti, we know it's special, get that. What does it actually?
Mostly, it's mostly the parts they use. The parts are like legit lightweight carbon fiber, and they use shit that's used on fighter jets and all kinds of shit like that, and the leather and interior and all that stuff. The electronic computer systems and all that stuff is pretty much what makes it
Train wreck.
what it is.
Pat, what you got for us, Pat?
Yes, sir, Patrick. Let's go on with this list.
You might as well read the rest of it, Pat.
Number 10. The Undertaker versus Triple H, Hell in a Cell match with special referee Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 28.
Okay.
That match
That's
was
why,
higher
that's
than
why
it
I
should be.
that's where I counted Michaels in eighth time, was because I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah. So number 9, Randy Orton versus Batista versus Daniel Bryan, WWE title triple threat match, WrestleMania 30.
Yeah.
Nah.
Number 8, the Dudley Boys versus Edge and Christian versus the Hardy Boys, WWF Tag Team title, table, ladders, and chairs match, WrestleMania X7.
That should be higher.
Number 7, Triple H versus Chris Benoit versus Shawn Michaels, World Heavyweight title triple threat match, WrestleMania 20.
Okay.
Number 6, The Rock versus Hollywood Hulk Hogan, WrestleMania X8.
That shouldn't even be in the top 15, in my opinion. So
And what was that match again?
Hogan versus Rock.
Number 5, The Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin, WWF title match, WrestleMania X7.
So that's the one where Austin turned.
Yeah. Number 4, Shawn Michaels versus Kurt Angle, WrestleMania 21. Number 3, The Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, career versus streak, no disqualification match, WrestleMania 26. Number 2, Bret the Hitman Hart versus Stone Cold Steve Austin, no disqualification submission match with special referee Ken Shamrock, WrestleMania 13. And number 1, The Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 25.
Interesting top 10.
Yeah, I don't know how the Iron Man match was in anywhere in any of that. Like that's I have a huge problem with that. So
The Iron Man match was ranked number 36.
yeah, that's way too low for that match.
They mentioned the fact that how that's like a love or hate it match. So
Savage and Steamboat should have been in the top 5. So, and I don't think Hogan and Rock should be in the top 10. So, historical.
They didn't rank solely on work rate and everything.
I know, but yeah, I mean, it has a historical significance, but that's it. That's probably Hogan's best match, but. They definitely put The Rock on there more than I thought he would be in the top 15. I don't like the match with Triple H and Undertaker and Trump like that. I think that match is overrated by a lot. I don't think that match is that great. So I thought that match was boring.
I had to rewatch some of those matches.
Sasha said she's been running the women's division since day one. Well, except for that period where she walked out.
Yes, that there was that period. So I understand this is 2 nights. So, but this is the second time that a women's match has been a main event. 2 years ago when we were in attendance, I said that they should not have a women's match be in the main event again. So
yeah, well, we'll see. This is probably you got to remember this is going to be a much better match.
That match, in my view, had both the star power and the stakes to be the main event. The problem was it had such a wonky finish.
Well, and there was botches, and the match just wasn't as the match with Becky and Sasha and Charlotte. I think that triple threat was better than the one we saw. So
yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And I like Ronda, but I just there were, obviously she broke her hand in that match, so
Yeah, but she wasn't ready to main event at WrestleMania.
I mean, I only think one of the three in that match should have been main eventing at WrestleMania anyway.
So, it is what it is, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? WWE makes the decisions on this stuff, and we just gotta go with it.
I don't have an issue with the women's rest being a main event of WrestleMania, but just
I don't
has
either.
to be the right match.
The
It has to be
match-
the right matchup.
And the match has to live up to the hype. Like if you're gonna put the match there, it better be it better be Sasha and Bailey or Sasha and Bailey in Hell in a Cell. Like it needs to be a match that's like top 5 women's match of all time type stuff. If you're going to put it in the main event at WrestleMania, it needs to deliver, and that match didn't deliver. So
Yeah, but in all fairness, we've seen a ton of WrestleMania main event matches, and there's been a ton of them that have been fucking stinkers. Not all main events are very good.
no, they're not. But
So we have to give the women another chance to have a good one. And I honestly think this is going to be a good one because Bianca does have good in-ring ability. Whether you like her character, like I said, I can't stand her character, but I think she has good in-ring ability, and it has improved, in my opinion, with her time on the main roster. And she's in there with one of the best on the main roster. So,
no, I know this match on paper, they made this the main event for a reason. On paper, it has the appeal. They just have to deliver now. So.
yeah, we'll see what happens.
I mean, I thought Bad Bunny was going to shit the bed, and Bad Bunny actually did okay tonight. So
I just wish they would have stopped that match 5 minutes earlier.
yeah, we got to see him do a couple more things though. So it wasn't like they wasted it. So I want to see Kevin Owens jump off that boat tomorrow night. Damn it!
Yeah, they might have to set up the whole stuff. They might have to set up everything differently tomorrow. Like she looks very odd. Like not her hair, because her hair always looks different. I'm thinking more along her makeup makes her face look weird.
They did say that they're supposed to start taping the season 3 of The Mandalorian pretty soon, so this would be a nice time to write her off TV too.
I was gonna say something else about you saying that she looks weird, but it's mean.
Probably just the makeup.
It is. It's the makeup. The way she did her makeup makes her face just look odd because I think she has a very pretty face, but it's just the makeup's throwing me off today. And for any of our women watchers, we're not objectifying these women. We're just making a statement. But it's boss time.
Yeah, it's the eye makeup. It's definitely different than what she normally does.
I always think it's interesting that Bianca has lips on her chest.
I know. It's kind of interesting.
I wanted to
right?
say lips on her something else, but I wanted to be a little bit more appropriate this time. I guess it's not much different than Mr. Ass having lips on his ass.
Yes. This is true. It was like pouring, Nicole. When he laughed, it was like pouring. He didn't know, so he had to pull up, and I had to run his laundry out.
Yeah, that hair is something else today, blue and green. I mean, I see why she did it. It matches her outfit, but wow, that is some wickedly crazy hair. Wicked, man, it's wicked.
It's interesting.
I'm now gonna go park the car in the garage. I knew somebody was going to catch that. Not Pat. Darth Pat's starting to fall asleep. Wake up, Darth Pat. It's the last match of the night. You can do it. I believe in you, sir. Are you having one of your pain attacks there, Darth Pat?
No.
Oh.
I've got some news,
Ooh, hit me with some news.
but it's going to have to wait until tomorrow night.
Oh, okay. Well, now my curiosity is piqued.
Well, that's the whole point. It's called a teaser. Ah.
Don't tease me with your Don't tease me with your sexiness there, Darth Pat. That's not nice.
He teased, leaves us with blue balls, and walks away. What the fuck's
I
wrong
know.
with him? So
I don't like
typical.
having to finish myself off. That's not cool.
It's more than you deserve. Wait a minute, is that? Oh, never mind. I thought she had like these huge earrings. I just realized it's the stuff on her face. I'm all right.
Oh, I heard somebody whistle at him. That's inappropriate. You don't whistle at the ladies. That is not nice.
Yeah, someone's whistling pretty loud.
But how else are they supposed to know that we care?
Whistle while you work.
Ooh, wheelbarrow.
Well, my sister told me that she was blown away by the Rise of the Resistance ride at Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, and I missed that by about a month. So
Yeah, she didn't give me like a more complete description yet, because I mean, like, hey, she was still there, and she doesn't need to be texting me like constant updates. But I'll try to get more information out of her tomorrow when I see her.
The Rise of the Resistance ride, huh?
Yeah,
Is it one of those like 4D rides?
it kind of sort of is like that, I guess.
Ugh, I can't do those rides. I get sick on those rides. Like there's too much going on. It messes up my head.
Well, I guess there's like one part on the ride where it's like Kylo Ren's after you on the Star Destroyer, and like the lightsaber like comes through like the ceiling at you or something like that. Something like that.
all right, well that would probably be cool.
Yeah, because she mentioned about how my 4-year-old nephew wasn't scared by that, but he was scared to go on the one Little Mermaid ride at the Magic Kingdom because of Ursula.
That's funny.
Well, I'm just gonna say you got to have a lot of trust in the person to be able to do what they just did.
Yes, you're right.
And I was just saying, I was theorizing to her. I said, yeah, but Kylo Ren looks like a person. Ursula doesn't.
Ursula is scary. There's a woman. There's a store manager I work with that looks like Ursula. So
yeah, so I'm just saying. So I can understand why a 4-year-old would be scared of Ursula and not Kylo Ren, even though Kylo Ren, got a lightsaber and stuff.
Did you hear about the retractable lightsabers they're working on?
I did just see something about that. Whoa!
Yeah, you just got to that part where she carries her up the stairs with a gorilla press.
The dive that Sasha did.
oh,
Now, yeah, okay. No, I did see something about like the actual real working lightsabers, but I just saw
Yeah.
I saw a couple of headlines, but it's like
They're working on it to actually sell it at the lightsaber place to when you build your own.
they can't do that. That's too dangerous.
The retractable.
No,
That'd be
wait,
interesting.
it's too dangerous.
Yeah, so they
I
have
don't know,
like
I
some LED stuff that retracts and like that. However, they have word they were describing it. So it's motorized, retract, and whatnot. So I'm not sure. It's in development. So we'll see we'll see what happens. We might get some more news on like Star Wars Day. I think that's the other thing I read about.
Yeah, I mean,
One of
it
the, I
just
saw
sounds-
some
sounds
guy
more-
on YouTube actually made like a working
one?
like photon saber or something like that.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
That was pretty badass.
It's kind of like the old school, like original sabers with the little pack that comes with it. But yeah, I saw how he built that. Shit's insane.
So far, this match has been pretty good. There's been pretty good exchanges. The only thing was the drop kick. I thought that was not like she was a little too far away on the drop kick.
Yeah.
But other than that, not
Overall,
so
good match.
bad.
Snickers does satisfy, but I don't have any Snickers right now.
Let's see what's gonna happen. Oh.
There are definitely times when Sasha gets dropped and does stuff, and she looks like she does a pretty good job of selling a lot because she looks like she gets hurt sometimes.
Well, yeah, she's probably
besides Alexa.
Yeah, besides Alexa, she's probably the smallest one on the women's roster. Like, and not just like by shortest, like skinniest too. Like she's like got a tiny ass frame.
Yeah, she does.
All right, Bianca's just did something else that was kind of cool. So that's half Sasha helping her there.
Apologize to any of our viewers. I have a cold and I had to blow my nose. So if you saw that, I apologize.
She like slingshotted her a couple times, like suplex, but then kept putting her back up. Sasha was definitely helping her. In like 3 weeks, Pat, we're getting AEW's version of War Games.
Uh-oh.
Is this
Blood and Guts?
blood and guts match that I heard about?
Yep.
Yes, the one that was supposed to happen a year ago with better people in it. And now we've graduated to something else, but they're going to try it. So,
Dun, dun, dun.
and because they'll bleed, I mean, they're calling it Blood and Guts, so they better bleed.
Oh, they definitely will be.
And like, a lot of times in WWE or even NXT, I'm okay with no blood. Cole or O'Reilly needed to bleed a little bit the other night in that match, I thought. So, when you're fighting for 45 minutes and you're beating the shit out of each other, somebody probably should be bleeding at some point.
Yeah, I guarantee that.
This has been a pretty good
Probably at
exchange
least
right
5
now.
people bleeding.
I would say so far this match is delivering.
It is.
No, it definitely is. It's definitely doing what it needs
I've
to
seen
do.
I've seen parts in this match though where I think her hair has become a kind of a hindrance.
Yes. It can be used as a weapon by Sasha, but it does get in the way.
Yeah.
U.S. Postal Service, UPS, or FedEx?
What?
You said it's delivering.
None of them, because none of them can ever seem to always get our address right. We have our address is like one number different than one of the apartments right next to us. And they've delivered their packages to us and our packages to them.
Jesus. Well, hey, I mean, at least, the U.S. Postal Service doesn't get your package on like the 3rd of April and delivers it on the 9th of April. And lets it sit in their postal office for like 5 days before they actually deliver it to me.
True.
Or
I did order something from Amazon and it took a month to get here. And then right before it got delivered, I went on and checked and see if I could get it. I could have ordered it 2 days before. Like it was supposed to be delivered on a Thursday. I could have ordered it on a Tuesday and had it delivered by Thursday if I would have ordered it a second time. So I could have got two. Yeah, it took a month to get this thing from Amazon. I was pissed.
Or they deliver an Xbox to you, Joe, and it disappears. So
yeah, that's the other thing too.
Yeah, that's one thing that should never be left outside. That should be like a sign for delivery type thing. Those are too expensive to not be signed for.
They have their stupid ass, guidelines which are dictated by like, location and stuff like that, It seems like there's very little that you can ever do to like, have any kind of control over that. So
and it's so weird because you see, besides the Postal Service and UPS, there's some packages that UPS will drop off and just leave in front of my door. And there's other ones that they will take to the office. And the Postal Service is the same thing.
Cool.
It's weird.
She did a pretty cool tornado DDT off the rope.
I think I'm about to see that right now.
She kind of put a twist on it.
Oh, yeah. I just saw that now.
this has been a pretty good hard-hitting match, I think.
No, it has been. It's been good so far. So
yeah, kick to the face.
They've hit high impact moves. There's been some nice reversals. It's really been back and forth.
The Meteora? What the hell's that? I've never seen her do the Meteora.
No, you've seen her do the Meteora before. That wasn't what she did there, but you've seen it. She'll do it. She'll probably do it again at some point, and then it's definitely something she does.
Maybe I just didn't know it was called the Meteora.
Yeah, that was a frog splash, not a Meteora. So I don't know.
Right.
Wow, she's using her hair. She has used her hair against her a couple times. Someday maybe they'll have a hair versus hair match, and they'll get to cut that big ponytail off of her.
Maybe.
Interesting. I don't know. Like I feel like her backstabber used to be better. That submission hold that she used to put on. Yeah. The bank statement, I think it used to be better. Interesting.
I'm gonna join this match.
It's interesting how she used her hair, but really didn't use her hair.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going back up on the ropes. This could be interesting. Superplex?
Nah.
Let's see what they do. Double
Sasha
hurricane.
doesn't really do. They don't really do superplexes. She does other stuff when she's up on the ropes.
Oh, she put her in the tree. Whoa. We haven't seen this in a while, what she's about to do. Oh, she missed it. Interesting. She gonna do a shooting star?
No.
Nope. Interesting. I think that exchange took too long to come. I think that exchange took too long to get going.
A little bit, yeah.
That was like very delayed. That was. Bianca looks like a little kid. It's really funny. Like her face looks like a little kid's face. She looks like my daughter when you put makeup on her.
Oh my god.
We're dancing.
Oh, we got some dance moves going on. Oh man. I really hope it doesn't hurt as much as I think it might.
Now we're getting into AEW territory.
I didn't even see a 3 count on that. That looked like he hit 2 and they fucking rang the bell. I didn't see his hand slap down 3 times.
That match was short. I feel like there was not a lot of drama in it. I feel like the match was good, but there was not a lot of drama at the end.
Yeah, the matches they let them go a little bit too long. Is your husband in attendance right now?
Yeah, it didn't sound like his hand hit a third time.
Like I'm watching the replay. I'm gonna watch this replay. I want to see. 1, 2. Oh yeah, it is 3.
I mean,
she's got a
Yes.
welt from her hair.
Yeah.
like his hand was coming down the third time. It just didn't. Like on my feet, it just didn't like sound like it hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I had to watch the replay because I really didn't think he counted 3.
Yeah, well, Sasha didn't kick out though, so
Yeah. Oh,
Surprised
dude, she cut her with that
Montez
freaking
isn't
hair.
there.
It wasn't just that's not just a welt. That's like a slice.
now Bianca should turn around and say to Sasha, "Get that piece of shit out of my ring." Oh
Wow, she does have a mark on her side from that hair
Dude,
whip.
I'd be pissed.
no, I don't remember if we've had this conversation before or not. Is all that hair real?
Well, no, it's not real. Well, I mean, it could be. I don't want to say it's not. I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure that's a weave.
I think extensions to a certain extent, but I'm not sure if that length is all real. I think there's some extensions in there that are wrapped up into it. Just 'cause I've seen her with like not braided like that and her hair up, and you can kind of tell it's not at all.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
My
that looks.
God.
Yeah, it looks like she actually has a cut from it.
She does.
All right.
That match was short. It was good, but it was short, and I don't.
Yeah,
I want to see. I want to see what happens because I just don't.
I think they gave too much time to the Bad Bunny match and not enough time to the women's
No,
match.
I don't know if it was that match. It was probably other fucking Strowman and Shane. There was other matches that got too much time.
According to Wikipedia, they already have these up. The Lashley McIntyre match went 18-20. The tag team turmoil match went 14-15.
Well, there's 5 minutes there.
The Cesaro Rollins match went 11-35. The tag team title match went 9-45 and was the shortest match. The Raw and Shane match went 11-25. The Bad Bunny, Damian Priest, Miz Morrison went 15-05. And that last SmackDown Women's title match went 17-13. So it was the second longest match of the night.
Yeah.
So we shall see what happens on the morrow.
Yep. All right.
Indeed.
Well, for the Four Guys Roundtable show, we're going to say good night because WrestleMania is over. So we'll catch it tomorrow on Facebook and we'll be live there.
Night 2.
For night 2 of WrestleMania.
For night
It'll
two
be
of the
exciting.
For night 2 of the hostage situation because we're not allowed to move from these spots until then.
Oh, okay.
I need a porta potty then.
Yeah.
I'm just
Where's the shitter?
I'm just praying that Daniel Bryan doesn't win tomorrow night. That's all I'm praying for right now. So
If he does, are we going to get like a temper
I
tantrum?
don't think he will.
Will we?
I'm gonna go on a tirade if he wins tomorrow night. I'm probably gonna shit on everybody, all the fans that like him if he wins tomorrow night. So if you like Daniel Bryan and he wins tomorrow night, I'm probably gonna say something inappropriate about you. You've been warned. So
Well, good. I mean, you'll be saying something inappropriate about me because I like Daniel Bryan.
yeah, well,
Yeah, well.
I mean that's fine. I'm just warning you now. If I say something offensive, it's coming. So I hate Daniel Bryan. I think he's garbage, and it will spew out if he wins. So
I don't
Okay.
think he's going to win, but
I hope he doesn't. So, but I worry about them trying to cater to the moron fans rather than the non-moron fans. So
I'm a moron fan.
Yeah. if you like Daniel Bryan, then I think that of people, yes. So I'm not saying you're right or wrong. I'm just saying what my opinion is on that. So
all right then.
And on that note, all right. Peace out, people. See you next week. Or next week. See you tomorrow on Facebook.